There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys, just a bunch of bullshit.
Hey guys, this podcast is brought to you by funny.com. We got a lot of great stuff here. If you click the subforums, you'll see a lot of GIFs. We got one where it's like Rob Schneider saying, "You can do it." And go ahead, and you know something, you can like and share that. People, I'm sweating a little bit, it's a little bit warm in here, but you know something? You ever just sit there with a girl on a bed and you don't know how to get into her panties? Just show her that you can do it. And yeah, I know I've used that one twice, but we got a lot of stuff in there. Please show your friends, show your grandparents, show your ugly mother, show your grandparents, but I'm gonna tell you something. Please, I'm seriously advised, we get a lot of complaints daily. You need to guide them when you use this website. There's a lot of viruses. We get complaints about malware. We get complaints about people stealing credit card information. But it's a funny website, so please go to funny.com. Thank you so much.
It doesn't have the HTTP at the top.
Google will reject the website if you try to go into it. So please do not go to the website. Please put your PayPal information in the website.
Yellow tick, little green tick.
There's a big red X. This site is not safe.
It's like 4 red X's and a skull.
But if you go there, you will laugh. It'll be worth it. Just put your PayPal information right there, and you'll get so many laughs. It'll be so worth it.
It's just like a compressed GIF of Rob Schneider.
It's just, guys, if you put your PayPal information in, you will be revealed a GIF of Rob Schneider with audio quality.
Really shitty quality. It's like on a phone up to the fucking thing. It's like, okay, no, it's scratchy and shit.
Yes, the GIF is
like
me recording from my cell phone.
It's like those fucking pitch black like background websites with the white and red text.
You can hear like a TV in the background.
There used to be this site called like YTMD. I don't know if that's what it's called.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was just like a site that had pictures with audio.
Yeah,
people would always send that on like forum sites.
Wasn't there like a McDonald's?
Is that the one where they did that scary face, like the fucking saw mask thing, and it had just a scream and it was flash?
It was like GIFs with sound, I thought.
Yeah, you could add a GIF, you could tile it, and you could put music to
and
it.
loop it.
Yeah, it was really popular.
There was something Ronald McDonald one or something.
Yeah, I thought they just did a bunch of like jump
like
scare
Ronald
gifs and
McDonald,
stuff
like
too.
fucking
Yeah.
The Benny Hill thing. That's all it was. It was like really stupid shit that nobody cared about.
It was just anything with the Benny Hill thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That and fucking Caramel Dancing was like 90% of the shit. Do you remember Caramel Dancing?
I don't remember that.
What is that
It's
one?
like the one with like the fucking gay, like this shit, like oh.
Where the hamster dance, Corey?
Yeah, I was like that too. Yeah, hamster dance.
This is the golden age of the fucking
That was
internet.
the hamster dance was the golden age.
I never saw that
Listen,
one.
it was.
You ever saw the hamster dance?
This is around the.
You know, like God made the world and then sent Jesus to us. The fucking internet was made, and then they sent the fucking hamster.
I thought you were gonna say Jesus
Yeah,
was doing the
that's what
hamster
people
dance.
Yeah,
Jesus did the hamster dance. He was crucified.
Cartoon about that, right?
Before the Hank Hill YouTube poops, there was the legendary CDI ones, and then now we have like really well done YouTube poops. Like before, it was more simpler. It was like just like obnoxiously bright colors that would just flash and hurt your ears. Everybody thought it was funny to just blast like static noise.
It's kind of funny, but it's not funny for the record.
No.
Add like rainbow colors over the footage.
And just like static noise and like fucking pingus every other.
Remember all these fucking old websites? Those shitty, horrible old websites. Like, there was like the Final Fantasy forums where it's just like black backgrounds and white text, and all those shitty old websites had those. And it was always creepy to go on a black website with white text for some reason.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in like the fucking dark web or something.
Yeah.
It feels like you're in the deep web.
That's what it feels like.
Dancing skeletons and stuff.
Like, I'm like
Chad showed me some real fucking deep web videos.
Oh yeah.
I'm like doing research, so I'm looking up characters from old animes and like shows in general, and then you get like these like dark websites with bright green text saying like 4 characters, and then like it's the red text underneath is like the level.
I don't know why
like,
that's
really
slightly
blurry
creepy. I don't know why.
It just feels like you're looking through a graveyard because like nobody's used their accounts since like 2001.
It's that, but it's also the fact it's like it feels kind of lonely just going onto that kind of a website.
Because no one's watching it.
But then it has like
Especially if they have like a counter of people online that says 1.
That's
and
what I
you're
was about to say. It has just like 37 unique visitors, and there's like Digimon gifs dancing at the bottom.
There was like this. I remember I used to go on this website that was just called Final Fantasy VII Rumors, and it was like that.
Why would you go to Final Fantasy?
The game's already out. How many rumors can there be? What rumors can you know
They had all
about?
these like fucking bullshit rumors that I was like, wow! I was like, get the wooden chocobo, find Yuffie's dad's underpants.
Was this how to resurrect Aerith as well?
Yeah, it had Resurrect Aerith and like get Sephiroth in your party. It's like, why the fuck would he join your party? The whole point of the game is to kill him.
It's like Mario 64. They had like 100 different ways to unlock Luigi and all these different websites.
It's like find the hidden room in the castle.
You could play as Toad in Smash Bros. Like really, Toad is the character you're gonna fucking make the secret one. The worst character in Mario.
Pictures.
It's all skewed.
Before you knew about Photoshop, they always use all these like shady fucking pictures of like clearly drawn in different things. You're just like, wow, it looks real.
Corey, there was the fucking rainbow chocobo, the white chocobo. You could ride the black chocobo. Oh, no, there was black.
Did they have pictures back then, like screenshots, or was it just
No,
through word of
always rumors that like as a kid you're like, holy fuck, this is so cool.
Yeah, this is what
you grow up and you're like, I was an actual autistic child.
Or like my cheats, I used to go to like a website called like Game Winners. I didn't know about like cheat sites. So I'd go to Game Winners and they would say like it was like 90% of the cheats didn't work and like 10% of them did.
God, there was fucking cheat books with cheats that didn't work.
Yeah,
I forgot about
they would just
that.
fill the pages with these fucking cheats where it's like Mario and it's like so like Mario 64 cheat. It would be like play as like Bowser by doing all this other stuff.
There was fucking Grand Theft Auto Vice City cheat books with cheats that just did not work.
Yeah,
The worst thing about this is you feel like a retard when you're like 10, so you put the code in for like 30 minutes and you're just like, my game is broken then.
I completely forgot. Like, how did they get away with that? You're selling a bug that doesn't work.
I know.
You
And
think
they
it
would
was
put
a
in
different
fake
version?
cheats.
No, it was just fake. Cause like
For Grand Theft Auto,
they
there was a
never
lot
did
of
it to
fake
this
cheats.
day. Like they were just fake.
There were like things like you couldn't do it now, but like playing as Mario and they'd show pictures of it,
Yeah.
and you couldn't do it. Obviously, it was like you know, like these assholes from China who ripped the game and put fucking Mario in it,
Yeah.
and like sell it with Dragon Ball Z pictures all over the front of it.
But every now and then, something that was completely ridiculous would actually
Would be real,
work.
yeah.
Like the Master Hand thing in Super Smash
That
Bros.
was
Melee.
insane.
Yeah.
When I discovered that, I was like, you can't play.
No, I did not
Hand.
believe it. Even as a kid, I was like, this is bullshit.
But it's from like manipulating data.
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna say that was one of the rumors. Was like you play as Toad. There's a sheet Photoshop
Like
picture of like
Toad.
Toad and Master Hand on both sides. I was like, whoa. Do you ever see that one picture of Smash Bros? It was like 2005. It was like literally there's 80 characters on the sheet, and then a lot of them were like just 2D like drawings. It was like shitty looking. It would be the worst game ever. It looks completely unbalanced and terrible, but I was like still like, whoa.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Plays George Bush in Smash Bros. Wow, amazing.
Well, it's because like back then, remember how like when you unlock stuff in Melee, it always felt like you worked
Satisfying,
to unlock
yeah.
stuff. Like when I finally found out how to unlock Mewtwo, and then I did it because I left the game on overnight.
Yeah.
It's like you would think that there's so many other ways to unlock characters.
Wait, that's how you unlock it?
Yeah, no,
That was one of the
Melee
ways.
was the most cryptic shit, but that's what made it cool.
Yeah,
it was
it was-
word of mouth shit, and that's always the coolest shit to me in games.
But then there was like bullshit where you had to collect like there was somewhere like to unlock characters you had to collect every single trophy.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Ugh.
But the
Ralph.
Mewtwo thing, you didn't literally have to leave it on overnight. It's just that you have to play a certain amount of time. But if
Yeah.
you knew that, you could just leave it on.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you had to play a 2-player match.
Yeah.
Because
there's a 2-player match for like 24 hours or something.
Yeah, it was a long fucking.
You know, there's
time.
like a game, we probably talked about this before. I think in one of the versions of Civilization, when you're playing it, if you enter your name as a user profile, there's a set amount of like names where the game has audio files on the computer
Oh,
that
I saw
installs.
that. I saw
I
that.
remember
If
that,
you
yeah.
call yourself Chris, you could be playing it, it'll just go like,
I saw that.
that would be the actual scariest scare in
Yeah.
the game.
I saw that in like the top 30 most creepiest Easter eggs in games.
That's
or
fucking
something.
cool. I love
That
shit
is a
like
really
that.
cool Easter egg, the idea of that. Because it sounds fucking eerie the way he says it.
Did I ever tell you the scariest game moment I've ever had?
No.
It was in Minecraft. It was,
What?
Oh my god.
No, I'm not kidding.
You guys
right?
take that back?
No, this was the
You
biggest
can really
scare.
stop at any point. You're
The
gonna
creeper came. I heard it hissing.
This was scariest.
Piss ran down my leg.
This was the scariest thing that I ever, like, no, probably in my life.
Did you
This
see-
was the most scared I
Did
ever
you see
was.
Harold
You're-
Bryan's-
Is this when
That's a
Harold
bold
Bryan
claim.
showed up
Yeah,
at
you
your
saw
house?
Harold Bryan's
No,
white
it
eyes.
was so weird. I
You
think
saw
that-
Enderbra.
No, it was really scary, right? I was like playing Minecraft for months and months and months, right? And I was a Minecraft kid at the time. Well, I wasn't a kid, I was like 17
You're
or
like,
some
you're like
shit.
20 years old.
Yeah. But anyways,
Last week.
this is still scary, right? So I was like digging a cave for hours and hours and hours, and I was like, this is fucking great. But it was like pure silence, right? And I was just digging away, and then this fucking music came on, right?
God!
It went doom 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 doom, and I was like, what the fuck, right? And I stood up from the desk, I pushed my desk away from me. I shit my pants. I thought something in the game was like invading or coming for me, because where the fuck would that music come out of?
Did you do
The
that
same-
meme where
the
you like
same
punch
thing
the
happened.
screen through?
I was digging and you just hear the
Yeah.
and then suddenly you hear like it's like really creepy. It's completely dark and you hear this like creepy eerie music.
Those
for 2
sounds
seconds.
are no. I can deal with the scary sounds where it goes like.
That's the first
Like,
time I ever heard it.
There's
though.
all these like ambient drones that'll pop in when you discover a cave, but this fucking techno music came out of nowhere, and it scared the fucking shit out of me.
So what was it?
Something like that
wearing
happened
headphones.
recently.
What?
Something like that happened recently. I was playing music on my thing, and I turned the volume off, and then I clicked the YouTube video. So like an hour later, I clicked the YouTube video,
Yeah.
and I forgot the music was playing,
Yeah.
and I wanted to listen to the video, so I turned the volume up to play the video, and I heard, and I was like, there was a door opening, and I was like. I started breathing really heavily. Nikki was there. She like shat her pants. It was the beginning of the fucking Thriller. It was Thriller, but it was literally the beginning perfect exactly. I was just like, my volume was all the way up, and I was like, I was fucking still. I couldn't believe it.
Unexpected. Wait, before you talk.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that happens to me every now and again, where I'll leave my computer on, and then it will just go like I'll be like sitting in silence for hours, and it'll just be like, "Are you tired of your dog?"
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? It's just uTorrent.
Yeah.
uTorrent just plays ads at random. And
Why do you have uTorrent open?
All the time. It's just open, but I don't see it. But anyways, like, you just leave it open, and it plays those ads at random. And I didn't discover where it was. Like, I had a fucking week-long, like, search for what was making that fucking noise once, and I found that was uTorrent. Got really fucking mad.
Sometimes if you like watch a porn video, you get like pop-up ads.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll forget when it was open, and it'll be silent for like 2 hours. You'll be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Put my ass.
Yeah, but sometimes you just hear like really subtle things too. It's like, hey baby.
Yeah, you're like, is this schizophrenia? Is this the moment where it just
and you're
triggers?
like, what the fuck?
I'm the right age for it. Is this when it kicks in?
Back then, when you used to buy CDs, some of your like favorite bands you'd listen to, like at the time, this is at the end of a Real Big Fish CD. They play a song called like "I Hate Your Guts," and at the end of the song, it's like "fuck you," and then it does that. The song is like 26 minutes long.
Oh yeah.
And there's no noise.
Yep.
There's just like a really like. There's like a droning guitar part that plays for the last 5 seconds and then it stops.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, it's just silence for like 16 minutes. Suddenly, it, like a record thing cuts on, and then there's like, it's like talking backwards with like scary like demonic sounds.
Yeah.
And if you play that last part backward, it's like, hi. Buy our CDs. Buy all our stuff. You love Real Big Fish. You love Real Big
That's
Fish.
so
But it's
creepy.
really eerie because there's people going in the background while he's making
Ghost tracks? Don't they call those ghost tracks? I think
They're
a
fucking
lot of
scary.
albums have secret tracks. like that
Yeah.
at the
Which
end.
is at the end of the thing.
But they're like people screaming like banshees while he's fucking talking nicely.
It was like,
it's creepy.
that's like mean almost.
Yeah.
It is
Like, because I'm sure you play the song, you forget it's on, and it just happens.
I used to go to bed with it like blasting at like 15% audio with my headphones in, right?
Yeah.
And I'd fall asleep to that, and
And then
obviously
they'd
I'd
wake your
pull my
ass up.
fucking headphones out, and then suddenly, like in the middle of
With
the night, it
screams
was,
and howls.
the
That
worst.
Minecraft song, I looked it up like after it happened, and I was like I couldn't find anything about it for months, but right after it happened, it turns out that he coded it in the game so there was like a 0.0001% chance of it playing or whatever, and it was just like the fucking loudest music I've ever heard. I honestly just thought I was getting invaded by like Notch or something. It scared the shit out
Just
of
to
me.
make sure,
Yeah.
when you were 17,
Yeah.
the most scared you had
I swear it. The most I had been scared before that was when our house got burgled and we came home during it. That was pretty scary.
That
When
would be
Minecraft
fucking
beats it
scary.
by a landslide.
Because at least the invaders didn't play Minecraft music when it broke in. That would have been scary.
Yeah, that would be a lot scarier.
No, but it's like getting a jump scare in a video. It just comes out of nowhere and you're like, you can't help being scared. But it was just the fact that it came out of nowhere and it kept going and it's like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What is this?
You know what would be even more scary?
What?
Like if they showed up with like a little mini computer playing a techno song while you were like fucking stealing your shit, so you could like correlate that situation with that situation.
You'd be frozen in fear while they take your
So
shit
anytime
and
you
bash
hear
your
a
windows
techno
in.
song, you'd freeze up like a puppy.
I remember when that Herobrine story came out, I was like, wow, that's creepy. That's scary. That's really scary.
What was that
brother.
shitty Zelda one where Link has like a face for like Majora's
Oh,
Mask?
fucking
That's a
Brown.
really good
Brown.
one. That's a
was-
good one, dude.
That one was creepy because at the time, like the idea of it is so interesting, but the fact that there's actual footage
Yeah,
for
I
it.
thought that one was
Wait,
great.
what's the story behind it? I always saw images where it's like
It's that
people kill you
this
tonight.
kid was at a garage sale or something. He bought an old copy of Majora's Mask, but it turns out the kid who owned it like drowned. So he like he possessed the Majora's Mask, and then the kid started playing it, and the game started like he hacked the game to make it look like the game was like fucking with him.
and talking to him.
But he did it in really clever ways where it suited the story of the kid drowning.
Yeah.
But like it's really creepy if you watch the video.
He modded it and he made it like mod to play like specifically how he described the story, word for word in the text. It's really bizarre.
I think if you explain it like that, it sounds pretty gay, but it's just the storytelling of it is pretty well done
Yeah.
to take a game
That's
as a
good. I
medium
mean, it's all
like
storytelling.
that.
When I hear creepypasta, it's like, I was playing the Mario game, and
Yeah,
I thought Mario's eyes went black. Turn the game off, you fucking retard! You fucking idiot!
What's I love when they're like, I saw Mario and he was reaching up, his little sprite was asking for help, and I couldn't do anything. I just sat and watched Mario
I
bleed.
fucking love Dead Bart. It's like the funniest shit in the world.
Hyper-realistic.
It's like like the story's like I worked for Matt Groening and Matt Groening really hated it. He did not want to talk about it. So when I saw the footage, Bart fell out of an airplane, and when his family were at the funeral, they were all staring at a hyper-realistic corpse of Bart Simpson. It's like, why would his family be looking at that? Why would they bury him and shit? But then there's like other like creepypastas were like Squidward's eyes were gouged out of his head. So it's like this picture of Squidward. It's just like they take one of those like Ren and Stimpy painting photos of Squidward and they just like paint his eyes black. It's the stupid as shit.
I will say the .exes are fucking hilarious, but the Lost episodes take the cake. Like they're like the autistic ones with the autistic fan base, like the Sonic ones. Like the guys like when they're trying to defend like TV shows, like old Saturday morning Sonic cartoons. Yeah. And it's like the Lost episode of that. It always ends the same way with like hyper realistic blood and being haunted till I die or something.
Yeah. I remember the Tales though was really funny to me. There was like
100 videos of like these like little red dots, and people were like, "You gotta give this to the police." In the fucking comment section.
Yeah. What?
I remember this kid I knew when I was younger showed me one called Suicide Mouse. Do you know about that one?
I know.
It was like Walt Disney's first cartoon with him and Mickey Mouse walking down a sidewalk, and the music was twisted, and he began screaming. And this kid was actually petrified. He couldn't sleep that night when he showed it to me. He's like, "I just saw the most fucked up thing," and I was laughing at it. There's a video like Mickey Mouse walking down the street, and some guy going, "Ah!"
And it's like he keeps like cutting to like images of
it's the gayest shit ever. I was laughing. I was really serious.
There's like corpses in fucking tubs with like mulch and shit, and they're just like fucking walking past like distorted buildings.
Dumb.
People are fucking retarded. Like when I hear like a creepypasta of fucking Star Fox where he's flying over running water, I'm like, that's autistic. It doesn't scare me at all.
I like creepypastas that make it seem somewhat realistic. Where a guy's like, I bought a carrot and it seemed like it was hacked, but it was just like the way he told it was really fucked up. Like that Pokemon Black.
The Pokemon Black one is really cool. The idea of that would be awesome. Like an actual game of that would be
if that actually happened, that would be terrifying. Like if you found that carrot.
But the ones was like, and then I turned off the game and it turns itself back on, and Mario is real. So shut up.
In that Sonic one, like he turned his thing off, but then the computer popped on, and all these new pictures popped up of like the girl acorn like thing with like red in her eyes, and it's like, why would this? Who cares?
If my computer turned on and I saw Tails with his eyes behind it, I'd laugh.
I love the way they always like put in these details to try and make it scary. It's like when Mario looked at me, he opened his mouth, but only static came out. Like, what else is gonna happen? Like, it's like it's Bit Crush. It's like an old game. You can't talk proper.
First of all, if Mario was getting like eaten or like ripped apart by Bowser, I would be laughing my fucking ass off. Mario's like, oh no, fucking help me.
Wait, wasn't in Sonic EXE the last thing like his face came up really realistic?
Yeah,
like I am God.
So it's like the least scariest thing ever.
We should make a creepypasta right now.
We should.
Okay,
let's pick the game.
Let's find something that's not remotely
Okay, what's a game?
scary.
Okay, Donkey Kong. We can all relate to that.
Donkey Kong 64.
Donkey Kong
I've never played 64.
Okay, no wait.
Donkey Kong Country.
You started.
I was at a garage sale from this man. He said his little boy died mysteriously, and he said his boy's favorite game was Donkey Kong 64, and he would always sing the DK rap. And that was his last words before he died, and I bought it off of him.
Zach, that's a shitty creepypasta.
No, it's like a circle. You tell bits and pieces of corn. What happened then?
You're giving away too much of the scares so far.
Don't they normally start like, it was a nice, bright, sunny day, and I just got my weekly allowance, and I really wanted to buy a game.
I'll do it like this.
Isn't that normally gonna... Yeah. I've never heard one, by the way.
Don't give away
you told me. Chad explained in depth the general formula.
I'll be vague. Okay. My father fucked me in the ass. But it was a bright sunny day, so I didn't care that much. Okay, wait. I was at a garage sale with my mom, and I bought a copy of Donkey Kong 64. Wow, I said. I cannot wait to play this one.
Okay, my mom handed me the cartridge. I noticed that it was missing something. It no longer had a label, but it did have something written on it called Donkey Kong 64, the untold copy. Or unsold copy.
The untold copy? But who is it signed by?
That's the kind of details you gotta go for. Those are the details they put in.
Okay, so it was like, behind it, I turned the cartridge over, and to my surprise, the real Shigeru Miyamoto signed it.
Okay, Mick.
I was so excited to have that signature. I got on my two-wheeler and rode it really fast back home. I didn't even bother to drive into the garage. I just jumped right off my bike and threw my bike into the lawn like they do, like in those shows. I ran into the house and I popped that sucker into that Nintendo 64, put on the play button, and got ready for a special treat.
This was when I first noticed something was wrong. When I put in the cartridge, I felt it lock in, and I never noticed other games do that before. I tried taking it out, but it wouldn't come out at first, so I just figured maybe there was a little piece of plastic sticking out, but I just let it slide. So I turned on the game, and there it is, the old logo I used to remember a year ago when I was 1.
This dude is fucking 2 years old.
It's a little 4-year-old.
He's like 2 or 3.
Little 2-year-old baby.
Okay, Shad, here you go.
Now the whole bike thing doesn't
Those are
make
the
sense.
kind of
You fucking
details.
put someone on a bike and push the bike down the hill.
You gotta put in stupid ass details like that to make it more realistic.
The DK rap started playing, but something was off about it. The lyrics were all jumbled, and their eyes were glitching up. But I just shrugged it off and pressed start, ready to relive some of my childhood memories. Zach?
Zach's dying.
Fuck. I looked past the DK rap. I said, time to play my favorite game. I started a new file up. And usually when Donkey Kong sees a banana, he says, oh, banana. But he did not this time. He said, oh, banana. But it sounded like a little boy screaming. I couldn't quite make it out all the way. That's when I turned around. I saw my mom had red face paint.
Knocking my mother off, she was being a goof as usual. I started it up, just like I remember it. The pan in with the bird and everything. You guys know the rest. Cranky Kong told me I had to go get the 3 barrels, so I can learn the basics. Climbing, breaking barrels, and jumping. But something strange happened. After Cranky told me my mission, the barrels were nowhere to be found. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find the barrels. Confused, I entered the banana horde, hoping to find something to do.
That was just a real tutorial, Corey. That was just a real fucking...
That's perfect.
That was a real...
That's what they do.
That was just-
You gotta pace it so it's not all scared.
After entering the banana horde, I noticed the screen was a lot darker than usual. I tried to adjust the TV brightness, but for some reason, it stayed as dark as it was. Then I got the idea that I would get on Skype and contact my friends and ask them if they knew anything about this banana sound that Donkey Kong would make, as well as the glitchy eyes, the jumbled lyrics of the rap, my mom in red face behind me, and the missing barrels that Cranky spoke of. As I stood there on Skype, after pressing enter, I waited. 10 seconds later, I saw my friend was beginning to type as the 3 little dots began to bounce, but then they stopped. Whatever he was going to write, he never sent me. So I went back to the game, but now...
Oh, me? Okay. Now I realized something was very wrong. The screen had gotten darker, even more so than before. But this is when things really started to shake me up. I looked into the corner of the screen and I noticed something was happening, so I made Donkey Kong walk over there. To my utter and complete shock, a 3D model of King K. Rool started rising out of the terrain. But he had no textures, he was purple. He faced my character and had no animations, he was just T-posing. He slowly moved towards Donkey Kong and I made Donkey Kong run the other direction as fast as I could.
It's rap with genius.
Just like this, like fucking, like riding up the fucking mountain.
That's where you hear like that Tron buzz, just like, whoa.
That's scary.
I watched in terror as my favorite monkey hero got torn to shreds and was screaming in agony. I couldn't help but cry a little as I saw Donkey Kong's ribcage burst open by King K. Rool's claws.
That's when I saw it. I screamed. I turned the game off. I started it back. I reset the game. I tried to pull it up, but I couldn't. I decided to give it another go. All that appeared on the screen was a photorealistic dead monkey with flies buzzing around it.
And a tie poorly photoshopped on his body.
It looked like somebody had really killed a monkey and put a tie on it. I didn't know what to do.
I grasped at my heart. It started to beat faster and faster. Suddenly the picture zoomed out, and I was greeted to the Nintendo opening from the GameCube game Luigi's Mansion. You know the one, Nintendo. The zoom out suddenly showed that the banana horde wasn't what I remembered it. The bananas were rotten, dripping with ooze of some kind. And the face, well, that was actually a face that was stabbed by a stick with all the other King Kong heads on it. You know, Stinky Kong, Candy Kong,
Lanky was crucified like Jesus.
Crucified at the top, Crispy Kong and Cookie Kong. They were all dead, ripped apart, in the purple King K. Rool, hoarding over his hoard of bananas. Made loud static. I'm dying.
No, I got a good ending.
Good.
Needless to say, I shit my pants. I
You
jumped
can't
out.
have a 2-year-old say that.
What? A 2-year-old was saying any of this?
Yes, dude. You He was autistic.
Fine.
That's why he's making references to a fucking GameCube game like 15 years ago.
Fine, he shit his diaper, fucking jumped up, ran back to his room, crying. He went back to go tell his friend what had happened.
Wait, what? Are you talking in third person?
Were we talking in first person?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh shit. Fine.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you should keep that in.
No, shut up. I shit myself. I jumped up. Shit everywhere.
I filled my diaper
Fine.
to the brim.
I poopied myself. Poopy doopy everywhere. Mommy's so mad. Red face, mom. Mommy yells, screamy screams. I run, I'm so fast. I go to my room, I Skype.
Fucking dissolved into a haiku.
Fuck you, Mick.
I'm gonna end the story.
This is a Japanese poem.
I'm gonna end the goddamn story.
Chris, I have an epilogue after your ending.
Okay, Corey, I'm continuing from you because we have to do your part anyway because it's funny. But I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Mick. I'm gonna end the story the way it needs to be ended.
Fine.
You gotta play eerie music.
It was at this was when my Skype finally messaged me back. I ran over to my computer and there was my friend being held by the hair by King K. Rool himself. Only my friend didn't have his usual body beneath his head. He was decapitated.
And it was followed by text that said, "This is real."
This is real. Wait, no what?
Dad, finally, my TV flickered. Text appeared. This is only a demo, but thank you for playing my game. Please buy when it comes out. Shakira Miyamoto. Signed. Officially. I hope you like this game. It is not complete. Please be nice.
That's perfect.
Creepypasta. There we go.
That's legendary.
Our first creepypasta.
I don't think I've
30
ever done
minutes.
something like that.
30-minute creepypasta.
That was amazing.
I think they would ban that one if it got to the site.
They posted to the
was my
creepypasta
favorite-
headquarters. They'd be like, "This is stupid." And like capital.
That was my favorite SleepyCabin moment ever.
That was pretty.
Zach, you wanted to talk about the real Rob?
Real Rob.
Tell us about Real Rob.
This is an interesting story. So I can't remember. I was on Rob Schneider's like IMDb or something. I was like, what has he done since like Deuce Bigelow 2? And I saw Real Rob and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I typed in Real Rob on YouTube and I saw these clips from like 2015 with like 1,000 views on his official YouTube channel. It's like his.
Actual 1,000.
No branding at all. It's really, yeah, but it's his. Because
Really?
it links to everything. Yeah, it's his. And there's like 3 clips, and I linked them. You can find, you type in Real Rob, and it says it's called like Real Rob Sneak Peek. I think the second one's the best one. It's like Rob Schneider going to a coffee shop. And
Oh, is that-
I've seen that.
You can tell that Rob Schneider watched like Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's
Oh,
like, I can make that. That's
absolutely,
easy.
I think he watched Louis.
He watched Louis and Curb, but I'll get to
In
that in a second
Seinfeld.
too. Yeah, in Seinfeld, because
Is it also kind of like the Ricky Gervais show, or where he was extras, where he's like
Kind of,
actor?
but
Why
the
did I
weird.
tell you? I've been watching like Seinfeld
Oh,
every
what do you
night
think
with
of
Lexi.
What do you think of it?
I like it.
It's a good show, right? It's not what you thought it was, right? It's like a cheesy. It's like a cheesy '90s show. It's good.
Yeah, you watch stuff after a while. Like every single night we watch Seinfeld, but she puts it on and I kind of like
Absorb
what
it?
is, and then I like tune it
Seinfeld
out
is the
after a
white
while.
noise of New York City. If you live in New York City and you have a television, you're gonna have Seinfeld.
It's on every night here.
It's
yeah.
on every night.
So you
Anywhere.
were saying like the whole.
So I was saying, so yeah, but like if you watch Curb or like a show about a celebrity, it's usually like the celebrities are really petty, kind of neurotic petty people. Like they're successful, but they're still like they're really petty about stuff. Like a dollar, they'll squabble over like a nickel or something. Rob Schneider did not get that memo. His show is about how famous he is, how cool he is, and how rich he is. And so the sneak peek on YouTube is he's like, it really piqued my interest. I was like, what's this? And he goes to like a coffee shop and the guy's like, okay, here's your coffee. He's like, what, are you gonna tip me? And Rob's like, what? I gave you a $5 tip. He's like, no, I need more. You're famous. You could give me $100. And Rob Schneider goes, I could give you $1,000, but I'm not gonna do that either. And I was like, whoa, is this fucking real? And then it goes on for like 10 minutes.
And he says,
it ends with him. He says, I'm gonna go back to my $2 million house and my $150,000 car and sleep with my hot 29-year-old wife. And he leaves. And I was like, this will be fucking good. And so I looked into it more.
No, he comes back then
Comes
and
back.
gives him a $20 tip.
Gives him a 20. Yeah, he gives him a 20.
He's a hero on top
He's
of
a
that.
hero.
But
It's
it's
actually
supposed to be
kinda
self-aware, right?
It's-
We're supposed to say, what an idiot.
Yeah, no, but like, it's not that kind of character. We're like, oh, this guy's. You really believe that's how Rob Schneider is because he wrote it.
Like, you know, in Louis, it's like he's like, you know, doing well for himself and stuff, but he still has a shitty, horrible
Exactly.
life. Like, that's what makes
That's
it
what you're
funny.
supposed to do. Same thing with Curb. It's like
You're supposed to relate,
He's rich,
kinda.
but Larry David's like the most like petty, neurotic weirdo. And that's what makes it enjoyable.
Who's the guy that you like, the comedian?
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
This is the saddest part.
That,
There's
that
a-
clip,
there's
that
a-
clip was terrible.
I think we say this. I think Norm Macdonald is one of the funniest comedians
He
of
is.
all time. One of the most underrated comedians of all time. I've never seen him ever do
he plays
anything.
a
I've
good,
never seen
he
him do
plays a
it.
good chicken man.
Absolutely. Did you say Chicken Man? What the fuck does that mean?
I like how you started with exactly. Like you were ready.
I agree, and
me to just be like, yes, Corey, you're
Well, look at
on board. But
Corey's
he's
a
on board a
chicken man.
different ship, dude.
I'll tell you, he's like Hitler. Like, I looked at his eyes and he believes himself, so I believe him. I was like, oh yeah, naturally, she's a chicken man. And then I saw the fear in Corey's eyes.
When it finally struck me, I was
When
like,
Corey realized what he said, that he created a monster.
You were on a ship around the freaking Manhattan Islands. Corey was on a ship to fucking Mars.
He was not this planet. But
he's a good chicken man. Go ahead.
Norm Macdonald, one of the funniest, never done anything bad ever until I saw this. It's the saddest thing. I know
Yes.
that hurt me in my heart.
Yeah.
It looked like he didn't
Everything
wanna-
he's ever been in.
To be fair, it looked like he didn't want to be there.
You watch the clip. It's Rob Schneider. The story is Rob Schneider wants to get a vasectomy or whatever, and the gag is that Rob Schneider is worried that it has to do with like memory loss or it leads to dementia or something. And he's like, oh, my friend Norm Macdonald got a vasectomy. I'll talk to him. And he goes to like a diner with this shitty like not Curb Enthusiasm music where it's trying to be that. And he sits down with Norm Macdonald, and Norm is just sitting there, and he just looks so tired, and he never moves his eyes. They're staring directly straight. They never move, and he deliberately. I can tell. You can just feel it. Norm Macdonald's a really good like improv comic. You can tell he's reading up a script, and I'm pretty sure what happened was he started doing improv, and Rob was like, "No, do the fucking script," because he's just sitting there like with no smile.
Oh, like he was making a point, like a passive point.
Yeah,
of like,
yeah,
fine,
yeah.
you want me to read every
Yeah.
word just as is? Fine,
It's
that's what you
really,
got.
really bad. And
Yeah, he's sitting there with a stick up his ass.
he's just sitting there like, yeah, anyways, he does not want to be there.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing about that show, you can tell immediately when you watch it, is I'm pretty sure this was Rob Schneider's choice. I think he wanted his eyes to pop because he has blue eyes. So the saturation is fucking blasted.
Yeah.
So all of the blues are super, super blue. His eyes, everyone who has like slightly green or blue eyes has vibrant blue eyes.
Yeah.
All the oranges and blues are super turned up. Like the shots of Ellie look really nice, which is how you know it's not right. You know, it's fucking it's manipulated. But the show itself is even more baffling. The show is the first thing is it's a Netflix original, but there's no. It's the only Netflix show I've ever seen with zero Netflix branding. There's no Netflix original on it. I had to look it up. It's pushed to the back of Netflix, and when it starts, there's no commercials. It just starts the episode.
I'm like embarrassed by it.
Yeah, they don't even want to
yeah.
put their name on
They
it.
didn't want to.
Fucking Norm at that YouTube red carpet thing is the funniest video.
Yeah, if you're at home, type in Norm Macdonald killing it on YouTube. it's him with the YouTube red carpet thing. and he's
Comedy
with these-
Week.
Comedy Week. He's with like Cassim G and some other YouTuber, and he's like in sweatpants. And he's like this outdoor living room.
He doesn't care
All
at
the
all.
stars are here. Raphael fine. Wow. Does not give a fuck.
When you say like get blasted, I just remember there's like this like Go anime video floating around where it's like all the bad guys get grilled, and it's just like a bunch of it's like Freddy Krueger walking in.
Corey, you are autistic.
Corey, what? This
It's
is
like Freddy Krueger and Chucky, and the mom's like, "You were bad. Go to your room." And he's like, "Wow." Then he goes away, and then another bad guy.
Corey,
comes
I thought you were going with my thought. You did it so naturally. I thought you were going with what I was saying. It was completely.
But there's like a related video of like a controversial Go Animate video about a kid who puts his baby sister on a grill and then eats her. And there's like reaction videos of little kids being like, "Whoa, this is messed up." You're gonna hear like fish tanks popping in the background. It's fucking
You hear the parents
retarded.
fighting in the background.
But there's like 14 fucking videos on the side that are just nothing but that. It's just like these like kids that are like, you can hear like the loud clicks of their fucking buttons. They're just like, that's so messed up.
I'm sorry to distract you from your point, but
No,
that reminds me of
sorry,
something really funny.
Was that?
When me and you first started talking to each other, you lived out in Kansas, and you had that shitty ass microphone.
Yeah, I had a fish tank.
Yeah. One time I was like, Zach, can you send me lines for something? He's like, yeah, okay. And he sent me the line, and it was like, like a big fish tank, and his like voice like. And I was
I think it was louder than my voice.
Yeah, and I was like, Zach, I can't use that. Like, go into your closet. And then he sent me back this thing. It was literally, he found every sound effect he could, and he layered them all on top of each other. Like power drills, like birds, fucking airplanes.
I still like construction guys are going, hey, move it back!
I
Like
got
slide
so
down trees.
fucking mad at him. I almost like punched my computer.
The funny thing is I took the original audio situation anyways and just added that on top of it. I didn't redo it.
Yeah, you
I'm
fucking
sorry.
asshole.
I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
No, that's
into
fine.
fucking
Remind me of that.
But when you say like, when it's just saying something like, he's killing it, it's just that's what little fucking kids say and shit.
Cause like, sorry, go back to your norm story.
Rob Schneider. So this thing is like pushed to the back of Netflix, and the show is fucking strange. So he like, I was watching interviews. He was like comparing to Faulty Towers.
Oh.
He was like, yeah.
Whatever.
He was like, yeah. John Cleese and his wife wrote that series, so I'm gonna do this to my wife. And he puts his real life wife in the show, and she's like some 25-year-old Mexican.
29.
29-year-old. Sorry, don't want to get confused here. and he like shows her pussy and her ass and her tits in every episode.
Wait, really? She was really like revealing and sexy outfits.
He gets her tits in every shot she's in. She's like, Rob, I do not want to be in this show.
Like her bare tits?
No, but like she's like really her cleavage.
What an
There's one
asshole.
episode she's like on a strip pole, and then it's like a pussy tight, like a tight over like a pussy in like panties. It's his real wife. Her line delivery is terrible, but it's fascinating. If you really want to watch something that's interesting,
You know what?
See, because like, even if you're gonna,
I watched like 3 episodes.
even if you are self-aware and you're making fun of the fact, you're making fun of yourself in certain ways. I feel like the fact that you're still promoting the idea that you are this super rich guy with this super awesome car and this super hot wife, no matter how much you trash yourself or whatever, make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
That's still
I mean,
the main
it's
focus.
what he's trying to do. He's what you can like pretend it's not for that, but it's what it is.
I love how tryhard that title is. Like, I'm the real Rob.
The real Rob.
Did
yeah.
you see that episode where he runs over a black guy?
He runs when he's got this car.
And it's just really creepy how the black guy's just there like with blood covered over his face, and the cops keep talking to him, telling him how funny he is, and there's
like there's like a dead guy there with blood coming out of his mouth, and they're like, wow, Rob Schneider. He's like, can I get a selfie with you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's
Can I
really
get you
creepy.
a glass of water? You're so funny.
Yeah, you're so funny.
Is that supposed to be the joke though? Because no one would
No,
actually
no,
ever
he's-
say that to him. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but Chad and I were talking about this earlier. When it comes to Rob Schneider, it's not like I know very few people that hate him, but I don't know a single person that would ever say, I want to grow up to be the next Rob Schneider. or like my favorite guy in that movie, Rob
He
Schneider.
killed it. I'll say this: nobody's said his name endearingly like 20 years. It's always like, yeah, Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
No one's ever said Rob Schneider in like a good way, like a long time.
I bet that South Park episode had a lot to do with this. Like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
episode made him into
God.
an actual joke.
But he's always been an asshole. There's so
No,
many
he's
other
always been an asshole,
yeah.
right? But nobody really cared or knew
Yeah.
that. But then that
Everyone's just
episode
like-
came out and was like, derpy, derpy, derp. And then now he's just like, I'm not a joke! And he makes that show
I think
to
that's
look
what it
cool. Yeah.
Zach, have you seen the tagline of the episode? That he's a comedian
Yes.
who is more funny off camera?
Yes.
Because it's that this is the real Rob off camera. He's a
The
lot
best thing
funnier.
about it though is that every episode like has like 2 or 3 parts where he's doing the Louis thing, or the Seinfeld Louis thing, where he's like in front of a brick wall, but it's like a shitty, obviously like plastic brick wall, and he's very obviously not in the audience.
Yeah.
Like he's not telling jokes to anybody.
Does he really do the same thing Louis does?
Yes.
Come on, dude.
But he'll like do the bit from like the episode.
Yeah.
But I really would kill to see the raw footage of him with like white noise and like people coughing and like no like audience laughter with this shitty like because he's just in front of a fucking fake like shitty plastic
embarrassing.
wall.
Like, you know the way Louis like directs that and he
Yeah.
stars
Yeah,
that and
yeah.
he edits it too. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder does Rob like do any of that?
I think he said it was self-funded, but if you look at interviews with it, the whole thing is just fucking strange. He did like 8 episodes.
That one with the billboard where
Yes!
he keeps stressing he got $500,000 to
Dude,
be in an ad.
The fact that, dude, so the part he's talking about, he like does this weird like Chinese erectile dysfunction. He's like, "You sure this is not going to be in America, right?" And he goes like, "No, it will not be in America." He's like, "Here is your payment," and they're like at a conference with cameras, and the Chinese guy pulls out a bag of cash of $500,000 in cash, and I was like, "Rob Schneider, that has never happened to you. Who the fuck pays in cash, you weirdo?"
It's almost like the opposite. You ever see Extras?
I've seen
So it's like
yeah.
it's like he's one of the guys from Extras.
Yeah,
he's like one of the
yeah.
guests from Extras.
Exactly. It's creepy. The whole thing is just creepy.
You're talking about like adding like white noise to something. It's kind of like when people take the Big Bang Theory and remove out all the laughing, so it's just like these creepy
Oh,
people
God,
cracking jokes
yeah.
at each other. But there's another one that's really bizarre that Lexi showed me. She showed me Full House without that. What's that little girl's name? The little girl.
wait,
in
the
Full
Olsens?
House? Yeah,
Olsen
the
twins?
Olsen twin that was popular.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, what's the one?
Mary
that
Kate and Ashley.
Which one was the one that was popular?
They
Mary
switched out.
Mary Kate.
They're one character in the show, but they
yeah,
switched
but
out.
there was like one girl in it. I forget
Isn't
her
that weird?
name.
Isn't that fucking weird?
I
They were one
forget
person, but
her
they just
name.
alternated
But the
babies.
little one that like all the
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But the little one that the humor revolved around,
Yeah.
they made an episode where they completely cut her out, and he's just like talking to like nothing. He's like, I think, or I'll say Mary or Kate. He'll be like, "Hey Kate, what do you have to say about this?" And there's just like no audio, and he's like, "We'll have to talk to some people about that." And it's just like the girl comes in, like one of the little older girls, and she's just like. He's just like, I forget what his name is, but he's like, what's his actual fucking
don't
name?
fucking-
I'm going so blank, dude.
What you're saying
Okay,
is
so he
that
goes-
the whole show revolves around bouncing like humor off the little kids.
Yes, and when you don't see it, it's like there's this one creepy scene where he picks up like this invisible air that's like Photoshop moving around, and then he's like, "What do you got to say about that?" And she says some stuff, and then like they're all laughing. They're like, she's funny. That girl is funny." But there's like nobody there, and there's no audio, or it's just complete silence.
The only
Zach-
reason she was so liked is because she was a sex object.
Exactly. Yeah.
Zach was talking about. Zach was saying that he'd like to see the raw footage where it's just like Rob will make a joke and be like, "Ah, blah blah blah," and then like you'll hear the compressor of the audio.
Yeah,
go,
let's say edit out and say I want to
Like-
hear, I want to see, I want to get the camera and just hear him be like, Yeah, so my wife is Mexican.
Yeah, and then you hear like that
You hear
little.
dead
You
silence.
hear that compressor go.
Yeah, hear somebody like flushing.
You hear the
toilet
background noise cut in.
Yeah.
You
because
just hear the real fucking audio.
Or even
movie
just
laughing.
him like coughing and then him like repeating the joke like no. That's,
Hold on, let me redo that one.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that one again.
But his wife is the funniest part of the show. She's always, her tits are in every shot, and she's like, Rob, what do you want to do today? She talks like, she's like from Mexico.
tell
I'm not
she's
being
not an
racist.
actress,
I'm
yeah.
not being racist. The first shot of the first episode is them laying in bed, and there's a large spotlight above them, and she's like, let me turn the light on. She turns the lamp on, I'm like, wait, the light wasn't on? That was supposed to be a dark room with a big fucking spotlight above them. I was like, holy shit. It's a perfect way to set the whole tone
maybe
for
they
the show.
forgot to color correct this.
No, because they color. Look at his eyes. His eyes are like this. The color of his water
weird.
bottle.
Sometimes he has like white stuff around his eyes
Yeah,
too.
he's like
strange.
decaying. The worst thing is though the makeup. You can see where the makeup cuts off at his neck.
No.
Yes.
No,
he's
it
like-
actually looks creepy.
He looks like a corpse. He looks
That's
like a
the
corpse.
joke, right? Like,
No,
that-
I don't think
No,
so.
it's just real.
No,
Zach,
has
have
to-
you seen
he has
that
to
one
hide his blemishes and stuff.
like bizarre scene where he makes fun of the retarded guy as a mime?
Yes, and then the
What
guy
was
gets
the
like
point of
punched in the
that?
face. There's
Yeah.
no point.
Does
That
he-
show.
I don't even get the joke of that.
Does he ever get his comeuppance or no?
He gets punched in one episode, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes where you're like, wait, what just happened? And you have to rewind it. You're like, why did that happen?
Yeah, what is the joke?
Where
of
you're
this
like
part?
genuinely confused. Like there's one part where he starts making fun of a retarded guy for no reason.
Yeah.
He just goes, It's like, no, it's like, why did you do? The guy comes. The context is a retarded guy, a mentally disabled guy, walks up from. He's never been in the series before, and Rob immediately starts making fun of him for no reason.
That's pretty funny.
But no, it's just weird. It's like, wait, it has nothing to do with the plot. It's just fucking
It
strange.
sounds funny because it's like that makes him look really bad.
Yeah, it makes him.
But I think in his head he was like, oh, this will be likable. This is hilarious.
This is relatable.
But you see about his real. I looked up his real stand-up that he does now. All of the jokes are about how he knows Adam Sandler. He has one bit.
Wait, what? How he was Adam Sandler?
How he knows him.
Oh.
How he's friends with Adam Sandler. There's one bit where he's like, Adam Sandler called me up and said, I want you to do a little part for me. And I was like, what's the line? He was like, you can do it. And now look at me. Look how big I am now.
That's not
He's
at all.
bragging
He
about
never
the
said
fuck-
that. He never said that on
Type
stage.
it, Rob Schneider, you can do it. Stand up.
never-
I
they
swear to
never
God.
said
He's
that.
fucking
And he
deluded.
brings it up several times in the real Rob.
He does.
And he knows Adam Sandler.
He
and
does.
has worked with
Sounds
Adam
like
Sandler.
such a piece
But
of
anyways,
shit.
Do you
the-
think
the
like
funniest part.
he sits around with his like hot wife and just plays "You Can Do It" compilations on YouTube?
Hey, honey, check this out. She's like, I've seen this Rob. He's like, yeah, look at it. It's really funny, this part. But the funniest part about all of this, the cherry on top, is that I talked about it on Twitter. I didn't even tweet at Rob Schneider. I tweeted about the show. I didn't type in Rob Schneider. I typed in real Rob Schneider, whatever. I think and I was blocked. So I'm pretty sure he types his own name in on Twitter and finds people to get mad at and blocks them.
What did you say about it?
I said the show is terrible. And I think he blocked me because of
He
that.
seriously just blocked you because of that?
I was actually heartbroken.
Trump blocked you.
Trump blocked me, Rob Schneider blocked me.
What did you
all
say
in
to
the
Trump?
same like 2 days, 3
I
days.
am heartbroken.
What did you say to Trump?
Nothing, I never tweeted Trump before.
Praising him.
Oh, you know what happened? I follow like that guy TJ, the Amazing Atheist, on
Oh,
Twitter,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and he tweeted someone one day. He's like, "I don't think I've ever met anyone not blocked by Steve Shives." I was like, "Who the fuck is Steve Shives?" And I clicked on his profile, and I was blocked.
He'll block you just for following TJ because he absolutely hates
Is that
TJ.
real?
But he's
Who is Steve Shives?
Shives
I
don't know.
He's a complete loser. Like I don't even want to insult
he's
him,
a
but he's a
faggot.
complete dunce. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What does he do?
He's like a cuckold where he like his fucking wife like fucking beats him and he keeps like saying how feminists are the greatest people. And
Really?
stuff.
Yeah, this is when I remember when I opened up and I said like these people who like sell themselves to feminists, they just give away their
He's
humanity.
the top
they're just
example.
like I am a doormat. That's literally what
Yeah.
they give up their life and they become like the human toilet waste they always wanted to be.
What were we saying right before that?
The real Rob.
Real
Show.
Rob. I thought like Trump.
Oh no,
blocked
you
me.
were
Oh yeah,
blocked,
getting blocked.
Donald Trump, the fucking presidential.
I can't believe
the
it.
Republican nominee. The real.
I can't
It's
believe
real.
it.
It's real now.
It seems like such a joke.
Everybody-
it seems so impossible.
Jeb dropped out.
Oh, yeah.
boy Jeb.
What was up with
Ah,
his Twitter? Did
I
you see
saw
that
his.
thing?
I saw like that sad compilation of
Dude,
him.
it's so sad.
That's really
Yeah.
Oh man.
Please-
Was that the police clap
clap.
one? Yeah. And then there was that one tweet that he
Did
wrote,
you-
like
yeah.
apparently during the debate, "I'm sorry, mom," or something like that.
Jeb Bush tweeted a picture of his handgun that says Jeb Bush on it, and he wrote America, and somebody responded and changed out Jeb Bush and wrote please clap.
Did you see that video where his mom? Yeah, are you talking about his mom?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm
Really funny.
He, like there's a recorded video where he's like with his mom with his arm around her. He's like, "Well, my mom said today that I'm her favorite," and she's like, "No, I didn't."
No, no. She clipped on. She goes, "You my favorite son." No, I didn't say that. And he goes,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god!
Did you see the one where someone's like, I might vote for you? He like runs over and hugs them really hard.
Oh, the little turtles.
Yeah, the turtle was. That's a different video. There's like so many videos of Jeb
so
Bush.
sad.
I've been seeing compilations recently. I don't know if this got popular, but people are taking fucking Hillary Clinton and putting her in videos where people are like, "You're a fucking horrible piece of shit. You're a dumb, stupid fucking broad," and
Holy
she's just
fuck.
like, like laughing and stuff, and she's being like, I agree like that and stuff. It's really
There
funny.
was one picture I
It's
saw
really
of Hillary Clinton when I don't know if somebody photoshopped it or if it was just the angle, but there was somebody holding a sign that says like "I'm with Trump" or something, and she's standing in front of the sign with she's literally leaning in, eyes bulging, jaw dropped, laughing.
I know that picture.
You know that picture?
That
right?
is a Photoshop.
That is a Photoshop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was just because you see this person all the time, she's like, "Ha!"
Is this just a new thing where like you put her in a compilation where she's laughing and then people like make fun of her?
I have recently heard about the Ursula.
I noticed that I was
laugh.
watching. I was some CNN. I followed some CNN thing, and they like posted like some town hall, like just clips of like 10-second clips of them, and they showed her a clip of Stephen Colbert like yelling at her, and she's trying to like act like she's being a sport. She goes, ah ha ha! And she laughs. She laughs identically to Ursula from The Little Mermaid. And I played it back to back. She sounds the same.
Yeah.
It's fucking disturbing.
Zach, you know, like those reptilian theories? With her, you almost want to believe it because she seems like an artificial human being.
She doesn't. She seems like a robot.
Yeah, like someone
doesn't-
made her and thought that's
You know,
what
I think the
humans
best.
should be like.
She is the best thing to happen to like all political parties. Everyone hates her of all political parties. Democrats, Republicans. She's so hateable.
I am so
Said on
wrong
Twitter,
with her.
but if she's a nominee for the Democrats and Trump is a nominee, Donald Trump, I'll say this right now on the podcast,
Yeah.
Donald Trump might be the president, and there's a good chance if he's a nominee.
The idea that he's
Donald
this
J.
far.
Trump will be the president.
I know.
I know.
Okay, so you know in South Park when they were talking about like if McCain won or if
Yeah.
Obama won, we're gonna move out of the country because America's gonna implode on itself and die, and that was the big joke, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the president's really gonna affect everything and the world's gonna end. Dude, if Donald Trump is president,
South Park has been right about a few
it
things.
is so fucking insane to
The
imagine.
host of Celebrity Apprentice should not ever have his fucking finger on the nuclear triad ever.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I really want to say that I have full confidence that he won't get it because this is like I have faith in people, but no, he's
Well,
really,
I'll tell you,
he's really close.
Let me just clear. Let me clarify why it's scary. You know, again, not to get to fucking CNN here, but the two biggest things are Donald Trump gets a lot of the independent vote, which is like what Bernie Sanders is stealing right now.
Yeah.
So if it's just her, she loses a lot of the independent vote, but also he has all the Republican vote, or the majority of it, a lot of the independent vote, and Democrats historically vote a lot less. So it wouldn't take more votes; it would take less votes for her. Like I'm a Democrat, but I don't think I'd vote for her because I don't like her. So it would just take less people voting for her and a lot of people supporting him. That's all it would take.
I think it's scary enough just that he's this.
Him on his fucking face, his orange face on the ballot is scary alone.
Yeah, dude.
You know
Well-
how it happened? ISIS, and everyone was like,
Oh,
What's
yeah,
really
just
scary is-
fear-mongering.
I'm scared.
He never like answers a question. They're like, how would you defeat ISIS?
Right.
I would kill them so hard they wouldn't see it coming. They'd be
Yeah.
dead.
That's what I was gonna
They'd
say.
be
yeah.
killed so fast.
Yeah, and
It's
you
like,
know
no,
what?
what's
and,
the how?
And the Democrat, and nobody else is willing to
I
say
don't
any of
think
that.
he doesn't believe he can do it. I believe he really thinks he can do it because he was raised rich. He did well for himself, obviously, but he's also had a couple failures here and there. And whenever he fails at anything, it's well documented that he like throws tantrums. The worst thing is it will isolate the country from the rest of the world.
Yeah, the
Anyways.
walls. He's all about walls and cutting people out.
If he builds a big wall, I'll be safe.
Yeah, he's gonna build a big wall. Just
With a
like
big fat door. In
I
the
want
middle
that
of
big Simpsons dome on
Oh
top
no,
of
a
the
big
country.
beautiful door, right? Is that what he said?
No, he said a big fat beautiful door.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Big fat beautiful door. The way he talks is fucking fascinating.
ISIS are big fat dumb idiots.
They're dumb, they're stupid, and frankly, they're retarded. I'm gonna wipe them out. Okay, let's get off Trump.
Wait, can we just say one thing before we move on?
Yeah.
We all love Norm Macdonald. Sorry for
We all love
talking
Norm
about
Macdonald.
him.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Norm Macdonald, if you ever watch his stuff, go to YouTube and just type in his name. You'll find a lot of good stuff.
He's the
Yeah.
funniest man in the
He
world.
doesn't,
Seriously,
he doesn't deserve.
I think
where he
one of
is.
the top 5 funniest comedians, definitely living, I would say probably of my
He
favorites.
just seems so relatable too. Like I'd love to just have him in a room and just hang out and have some drinks. Like,
He's
it
just-
seems like
I'd be scared.
No matter where,
He'd intimidate the shit out of me.
he always seems like the guy who's just there. He never takes anything seriously.
I guarantee you, he's soaking in every detail so he can fucking make you look like
Yeah.
an idiot if you say one
If
wrong
it's any
thing.
consolation though, like I like their like $5 like chicken box. that you can get
Him
at the
as the
chicken
colonel always makes me laugh. Go ahead and buy the $5. It's just fucking
Chicken
ridiculous.
man, the colonel. That's what his name is, the colonel.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the chicken man.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking maniac!
The chicken
We
man.
finally resolved it
Colonel
after-
Sanders.
We resolved it after all this time.
I couldn't think of the name, so I just went with the most colloquial thing floating around in my head.
Speaking of chicken and fast food, did you want to talk about those guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure we all have a good topic on talking about this, but I also love looking at YouTube videos of like those food challenges because a lot of those guys are just fucking obese lard asses who are like, I think they think in their mind like, if I do this alone, it's sad, but if I record this, I can just say it was for a challenge.
You look like a hero.
I think they order the food first to go. Just turn the camera on just to make it, make themselves feel better. But I say that one guy. What was his name? Do you remember what his name was?
I forgot. You mean the brown man? This big brown buffalo man who eats Nutella? Wearing a Mickey Mouse hat?
Ew.
That's like
No, it was a different
bizarre-
guy. It was a guy who's like, I'm going to go ahead and do this chicken nugget challenge.
Oh, the guy you linked me?
Yeah, a lot of those guys, most people will add music and time lapse it. There was none of that. It was just like white noise who
And him grunting.
I used to do this thing on my YouTube channel in 2000. Like, it was like, can you stand this video challenger thing? And it was for like my the old site I used to run. And there was this one video of a guy who was eating fucking Tostitos pizza rolls, and he was just like, it was the most disgusting.
I think I saw that. I think you sent me
sound.
that.
Yeah, he was just like. She's just like right against the mic, and it was like 15 minutes.
It sounds like
really
they're doing
hard.
like a shred of their own video. Like, normally there'd be some kind of moderately decent sound or some music or something. Then you erase it, and then you just breathe heavily over it and make stupid sounds.
I don't know how you could watch that, but like, and upload that. But there's one part of the video where he's like, so it's like 20 minutes. There's no time lapse, no cutting, no editing. Like him going, huh. There's one part where he goes.
It's gross.
There's one part where he makes a sound and his eyes go catatonic and he starts drooling and he dies for 1 second and he gets back into it. And one of the comments is like, what the fuck happened right there? And he's like, sorry, I burped. It's the most fucking disgusting part.
And he's completely serious throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
His face is like he's doing an extreme sport.
Yeah, he looks like he's concentrating on the most intense
So
thing.
he's like, looks like the guy who.
His eyes like go like opposite directions for just 1 second.
That content is like more worthless than like professional let's
It's just
plays.
a fat guy
'Cause,
eating his life away.
Like you're watching. Okay, so there's let's plays which are like people can watch people play games and shit,
Yeah.
right? Like that's fine, right? And then there's people who do reaction videos, and that's just like
Watch people
That's
like watching-
that's
watching
useless. That's
videos.
completely useless,
Yeah.
right? But then you're watching someone enjoy food that you can't taste.
He's-
There's like literally
But maybe
no.
that's
That's
like
the sad
Let's
part. He's
Plays-
not even enjoying it. And the fucked up thing is, if you watch his videos, he never gets to the goal. So there's no
He
point in
always
uploading it.
fails.
You're
He
just always
always
like,
fails.
I only had
can't do
7
it.
out of 10 cheeseburgers and 1 minute. I'm a fucking failure. And he turns it off.
Have you seen the one where he's with his friend? He brings his friend over who's another
I
fat
think so.
fuck, and they both order like this fucking huge box from Taco Bell.
You actually see that one.
And they unpack it together and start eating it.
That's fucking.
I remember there's this video.
Why do people watch that?
There's this video my friends used to send around because they said it looked like, I don't know if they were sending it to Bromo. They're like, "He's your cousin, right?" Bromo? And it was just this guy who was sitting down, and he's like, his dad's in the other room. He's like, "Look at my tits, I'm such a fat fuck." And then he's like, "Dad, I'm gonna drink the gravy," because he had a fucking gravy label in front of him. And his dad's like, "You're a fucking disgrace," in the other room, and he's like pouring the gravy in his mouth. He's like, he gets up, he's like, "I ain't dealing with this fucking shit." And he goes over and grabs the ladle and throws it down. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my house!" And then
What
he
kind
went
of
to
fucking nightmare world is this?
he went to sit down again. He's like, "My titties," and then he kept going, like fucking trying to grab the gravy.
Can you imagine being his dad in the next room listening to him?
Because he's like, his dad's trying to help him. Like, he's like, "I'm so fat." He's like, "You're embarrassed. You're gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I'm fucking fat. You're fucking fat." He kept saying that to him, and he's like, really like.
Like if you're pouring gravy into your mouth, there's a problem. Like
If you're grabbing your titties and drinking gravy in front of your dad, yeah, you got a problem.
No, it's like his dad sitting on the couch, like fucking doing this with his finger. You can see him in the background.
I love those videos just in general. People like having mental breakdowns and their parents in the back and just like watching TV. I remember I saw this one video with a fat bunny. He's like, "I am not a damn furry." And dad's like watching football in the fucking cinema behind him.
You can see
So
like
that's-
you can see his fucking thumb hat over
Yeah,
the
you
couch.
can see the dad's fucking like 14 chins back there, just ignoring his fucking failure of his son.
Have you ever seen the one guy who does like he's like brown, he's fat and brown, and he
I've seen
eats
that
the
guy
Nutella
with
challenge.
the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and he puts his arms behind his back and starts eating it, and like he gets like tears in his eyes, and it looks like he's eating shit. Like it's just this brown stuff smeared all over his face, and it's like probably one of the most disgusting videos.
Is he
I've ever
crying because
seen
he's
on
sad or
YouTube.
because it's in his eyes?
I don't know, but probably because he's like, like when crocodiles they try to swallow and they get tears.
Dude, that
Yeah.
sounds
Like a
like
swallow
borderline
gazelle.
fetish. It's like
It
a
does.
porn, yeah.
I feel like these like eating things, the only people who go to them are people who are like, "Yeah, I'll eat fucking chicken rolls." and
Yeah.
shit." Yeah. Because it's like, what audience is that? Someone's like,
The only
Yeah.
slight ways I get it, it's like, I'm gonna eat like this whole thing of cinnamon in 30 seconds. It's like some big jack guy.
But
like,
then they
this guy's
don't do
good.
it too.
Yeah, they never do it. It's like, I'm gonna drink milk and eat this cock right here, and then they do it. They always fail, and But if it's like a big buff guy doing a challenge, I get it. But if it's like some no editing fat guy like killing himself,
Oh yeah,
it's
what's
just-
that?
He's like in
What's
his
that one guy?
50s or
Like,
something.
his name's like
Nice Peter.
Oh, he eats
Yeah.
like bars of soap and
Yeah,
shit.
like Super
Wait,
Pete or
Shoe
something
Nice?
like that. No,
We're talking
this-
about shoelace, I think.
Oh, shoe nice.
no,
yeah.
no. The guy, he's actually like super buff. I think his name's like he's like Buff Pete or something like that.
Nice, it's not Nice Peter. That's the fucking epic rap battle
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
He's like this guy.
Yeah, I know
he's
exactly what you're talking about,
fucking built, and he just does a bunch of stupid shit. And then like he'll make vlogs when they fuck him up because he ate like a bunch of like stuff that I think he ate a bunch of cinnamon. Like he actually ate the cinnamon, and then he made vlogs where he's like, "Yeah, it's a really bad idea. The cinnamon like dried up the inside of my esophagus, and I had to drink water for 30 minutes, and I don't want to do it ever again." But then before he's like this, he's like doing it, and you can't tell. But he makes vlogs afterwards if they fuck him up. So it's like, why would you do that? It was like, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna put Mentos in a Coke and drink it and hope I don't fucking choke.
I love that,
and suffocate
What
myself.
surprises me more than the people making the videos is the fact that there are audiences for these videos.
Yeah.
I watch it out of morbid curiosity to see how somebody can do something like that. Like the cinnamon challenge sucks, and watching someone try and actually and successfully swallow cinnamon.
Yeah, I see those I get, but like watching some guy eat like 10 fucking chicken sandwiches
I'm
at
not- yeah,
McDonald's is
fuck
just
that.
sad.
And not succeed.
They don't succeed.
That is
Not
you've got
succeed.
like it's like that's the thing. On top of everything else, all you did was watch somebody fail and stuff their face.
It's like
and
they
embarrass themselves.
They still ate 7 chicken sandwiches from McDonald's, but they didn't do anything right. All they did was eat 7 chicken sandwiches.
Pretty sure I saw one of those videos years ago, and I always laugh thinking about it. Where it's just the guy's like, "I want to do like 50 chicken popper challenge." Like,
I gotta see
it's like, and then he gets to like 25, he's like,
But see, if they puke or something, then there's like something crazy. If they just admit defeat and turn off the camera,
No,
there's
no point.
this
Yeah.
guy specifically that I found, all he does is he like breathes heavily and fucking readjusts his shirt, like his chair starts cracking.
You're
He's
right.
like,
It's like the same as being like, "I'm gonna show you how to do this cheat in Super Mario."
Yeah, and then it doesn't work.
And then you're like,
And then you're like, what did I just spend all this time
yeah,
doing?
it's like, and then he turns it off, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Why is that on the internet?" then?"
If we're talking
Unless
about
he puked
shoe
while he was
nice-
showing you the code, at which point, there's some value.
If we're talking about shoe nice, there's a video where he goes into the park with like this like homeless woman, and he has like 2 cheeseburgers, and he gives her 1 cheeseburger, and he's like, "I'm shoe nice," and then he eats the fucking burger in front of her, and she just looks at him like he's a disgusting human being. She's just like looking at him like disgusted, and then he's like, "Thank you," or her, and then but she doesn't even want it, and she's like holding it down lower.
Wait, why did he get her involved?
just because she's homeless, so she
he's
can.
He's just a freak, dude. He's like fucking. He like has like drug binges, and then he tries to make like terrible shows, and he's like, "I need your money," and then he just openly says, "I spent it all." Can
It's
I get
weird.
some
I was
money?"
watching his stuff because Corey, you linked it back like in 2011 or 10 or
Yeah,
something.
'cause
Back
he
when he
was-
was like, he has a wife and kid. He used to live with them.
Yeah.
You could, if you watch the videos from the start, he's like, "Hey guys, it's me, Shoe Nice," and he like then his wife takes him out to the garage, and then he moves out, and you can watch his life degrade slowly.
Yeah,
It's
there was this one point where he was so low in the barrel, where he was like sitting there with like he was in a room where there was a blanket over his head, like he had a fucking like a child's fort was over him, and he's like, "I want to make a show." It's because he was like high or something. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm high, but it's gonna be a can of soda and a petri dish. Go on adventures or something like that." He's like, "And I need your help. I need $300 immediately." That was whenever he was like,
It's such a
the
modest
lowest of the
number,
low.
too.
The lowest of the low.
$300.
the exact
It's
amount
like
of
the
money I need
amount-
for more drugs.
Exactly, the exact amount for like the fucking the weekend
Yeah.
amount of fucking heroin.
And at
coke
that
he
point, I
used.
was like, "All right, bye. Sorry forever. See you later."
Oh man.
I have an interesting story that happened.
Oh, do you have a story?
I've got a
Do
story.
you have an interesting story?
We've told our fair share of drunk stories on the podcast, but I think this one even tops myself, which is hard to believe. So, about a week ago, as we do, Nikki and I and some other people, a few other artists, decided to go out drinking. Not the bad part. We
You
had a few,
usually say "as we do" after you say that.
as we do drink. Not the bad part, but started a few drinks, decided to have a few more drinks, and this is where things got bad. I'll cut the drinking part out because we just drank. Nikki was like, "I'm gonna go back home. I feel tired." I was like, "Alright," gave her my keys to my apartment, which is this one here. She walks back, she leaves. I stay behind for a little bit longer with John. We drink a little bit more. We decide to leave. We go. We walk back to his place. Nikki is lost in it. She walked back the other 2 people there, back to John's place. Left, trying to find the bar that she left to come back to the bar. Got lost 1 block from here. John sat me down. He's like, "Okay, don't leave here. I'll be right back." This is the only part I blacked out of, but I don't remember him saying that. I came to, and I decided to walk back to my place. The fact that I got back at all is a miracle. I walked
That's
back
pure instinct.
from John's place to my place. I walked back. Those 2 go back to his place. They assume I'm gonna come back there, or that I was walking somewhere. I walk back here. I think Nikki's here because I don't realize she was lost. She has my keys. I walk back to my lobby, probably 6 a.m. I'm buzzing my own fucking building, my own door, for probably, to me I thought it was 30 minutes, and then I realized the time was probably a little bit longer
Yeah,
than
no,
that.
it was probably
No,
5
I'm
minutes.
drunk.
Yeah.
I'm very, very drunk. To the point where I did black out for like 10 minutes, but I'm not wasted anymore. I'm kind of coming to a little bit. Buzzing my door. I puked from a lack of water in the fucking lobby everywhere, hurled. This is the hour people are starting to go to work. I don't remember seeing anybody, but I'm pretty sure somebody saw me because the police came.
Yeah.
I don't think I know I was being disturbing. I was being loud, but I think someone saw me puke and they're like, oh, this guy puked. This bald cop and his partner bring me out. They're like, sir, have you had some drinks tonight? And I was like, yeah, I have. Hey, my girlfriend's up there. She's sleeping. And she told me I think she's sleeping. That's what I thought. She has my keys. And they're like, yeah, where are your keys? I was like, she has them. And they said, where's your phone? And I was like, oh, it's right. Didn't have my phone. I was like, this sounds like a lie, but really, my phone's not with me. She has my phone and my keys. She has them. I live right here.
Yeah.
Here's my address. Here's my license. Here it is. I live here. Please just let me in the building. I'll go up to my room and go to sleep. I just want to sleep. I said that. And they said, sir, I don't believe you live here. Because I haven't got my license updated yet, so it still says Kansas on it.
Right.
So they thought I was just some fucking crazy drunk who wandered in and puked in some lobby.
Right.
And I was like, I was like, fine. My friend's address is right there. Let me go there. They're like, sir, I don't think you should. They're like, your story isn't adding up, by the way. Your girlfriend lives here. She's not letting you in. She sounds like she's pissed off at you. Did you hurt her? Did you guys have a fight? I was like, no. I was like, hold on. They were like,
Did you rape her? Did you murder her?
They were insinuating I killed her.
Maybe she's not answering because she's dead.
They were insinuating. Did you like hit her? Did you smack her? Did she?
That'd be like the best Twitter drama ever.
They were like insinuating I fucking
like rapes and murders.
They fucking were saying I beat her, like killed her. I was like kind of like drunk, but I was like, hold on. And they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call an ambulance. I was like, listen, I've been through this before. I do not have insurance. If you get an ambulance here, I will not go in it. Not to be resisting. I respect the police greatly. And I
said all of these
I
things?
swear to God, I'm not just
Okay.
saying. You know me. I'm not just saying this. I am not just saying this from my perspective to make myself look better. I will tell you everything that I did. I will paint myself. I will lick the Holy Bible.
Do you swear to crack go touch wood?
I swear to Jesus on crackers and toast.
Okay.
And so I literally said, because I do believe genuinely that police, overall, good police get a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I said, like, look, you guys have a hard job. I get it. You guys are just doing your job here, right? I'm some drunk guy in a lobby without my keys and without my phone. I get it. Oh, here's the fucked up part. I said, can you call my phone for me? Please, I gave my phone number. They're like, we're not going to do that, sir. We're not going to. I was like, if you call my phone, you could probably, or if you take me to my friend's house, we can knock on the door or something. No, didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I said, like, I do not have insurance. If you take me to the hospital, I will not pay the insurance. I will not pay the bill because I cannot pay the bill. Please do not do that. I just want to go to bed. And like I said, look, I get you guys are just doing your job. I respect you guys. I respect the police. Represent NYPD.
I bet you said all of that too.
I was going out of my way to be very courteous, and they said, "Sir, do not be." They started getting more stern. They said, "Sir, do not be difficult. Get in the goddamn ambulance." And I was like, "You don't understand. I do not have insurance." They said, "I don't care. Get in the ambulance." Now, I talked about this on Twitter a little bit. This is where things get complicated. Get in the ambulance. Right outside here. And the guy in the ambulance, I don't know if he was NYPD or if he was a medical worker.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I don't know, because of his behavior. If he was a fucking like EMT, I would be baffled. And I'll tell you why. So I have to believe he's like an NYPD who just works in the back of the ambulance. But he wasn't in uniform. So I get in the ambulance, and I was telling this guy, I was saying, listen, dude, I told this guy I don't have insurance. If you can please let me go.
Yeah.
He said, sit down and shut the fuck up. Sit right there. And I sat down, and he said, move over, get to the back. And I was like, all right. I was like, don't be an asshole, dude. I said that. I was getting mad now.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't be fucking difficult with me. Don't get a fucking attitude with me. And I said, you're the one who has a fucking attitude. I just want to get out of this ambulance. And he stood up, he said, I wrote on Twitter, he said, don't be fucking difficult with me. And I said, I'll be difficult if you don't listen to me and let me tell you what I'm trying to say. And he said, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna bash your fucking skull in. And I said, do it. Now, you know me, I'm not a tough guy. But I was thinking, this guy, okay, what are the chances? This guy caves my fucking face in, I go to the hospital, I don't know what happened. I have enough of a following online to cause a stir, get this guy fired at least. I said, do it. What's your name, by the way? He said, oh yeah, whatever, you're a fucking tough guy. And as we were driving, I was like, no, what's your name? What's your fucking name? He was like, yeah, whatever. So that was a highlight
But
of the
see,
night.
as soon as he caved and wouldn't like,
Yeah,
as
I
soon
was-
as he backed
I
up,
was on the
all of a
offensive.
sudden
I was
you
on
were
the
like,
offensive.
you were like, oh wow, now you're fucked, dude.
He goes, I don't have to tell you my name. I was like, oh, you don't? Okay, bash my fucking face and see what happens.
See,
What's your
he
name?
used all of his coming
And you
out
know what I
bluffs.
said? I totally
He was
bluffed.
out, and he had no more cards
And
to
I
play.
bluffed,
And
and
at that point, you called his bluff.
I bluffed. I was like, you know my job is. He's like, what's your fucking job? Wise guy. I was like, oh, police sketch artist. I know your fucking stupid face. I'm gonna draw your ass when I get out of here. I'm gonna get you fired. Which is, I can draw him. I still don't know what he looks like, but it's kind of a half lie.
Right.
So they take me to the hospital. They walk out. They walk me to the hospital. They put me in a fucking bed. They leave. I told everybody along the way that I did not have insurance and I did not want to be there. which I'm pretty sure is illegal. Because I was drunk, but I was not wasted. I was like I would be now if I had a few drinks.
Did they ever breathalyze you?
No.
Right. So right there already, they had no legal proof of anything. All they had was what they saw with their eyes.
Right. And so
hold on, the fact that they would even this is already
I'm
so
pretty
bizarre.
sure I'm pretty sure it is not legal if somebody refuses medical service and they're lucid enough to recognize it. If I was like, fine.
I'll tell you for sure, I know for a fact, cops are not allowed to medically diagnose a person.
No. They
especially if they don't breathalyze you to at least have a medical record of how drunk you are to then justify you having to do something.
Well, I told them my phone number. They refused to call my phone.
Yeah.
I told them my address. I told them John's address. I told them everything. I laid out the whole night for them. They asked for her name. I gave them her name, her everything.
Why did you get their badge numbers and shit?
I was too drunk to get it. So here's the thing. I was drunk, but I was not wasted. But in my mind, I was thinking, okay, I need to get myself out of this. I wasn't thinking. I only really started to be on the offensive when I got in the ambulance and they slammed the door and the guy said he was going to smash my fucking skull. Yeah. That's when I really started to be like, okay, this is fucked up here. So they took me to the hospital and they put me in this back room. They forced me. I was like, I just want to leave. They forced me to drink ginger ale and like yogurt. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like you know when you got to the hospital and the ambulance door opened, well, could you not have just made me run for it? Or?
They would have probably I would have probably been arrested.
Did the cops follow, or was it just the guy in the back?
They led me in by my arm, and I was like, I don't want to be the asshole who's like, I have my rights.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be one of those guys.
They were literally on you to the door of the hospital.
They weren't like guiding, but they weren't like pushing me, but they guided me. They guided me to the ambulance.
No, but they guided you to the ambulance. The ambulance drove you to the hospital. Then the door of the ambulance opened. What could you not have ran?
It was like super far away from where I was.
I know, but you could have like ran between buildings and lost them or something.
I did not want to avoid the police. They would have tackled me.
But they weren't there.
My point. Well, somebody would have tackled me. I'm pretty sure I did.
The guy who wanted to bash his face.
I knew. I was like, okay.
To fucking chase
here's
him
my
down.
point. If I run away, then they have a reason to fucking hurt me and be rough. Then they can smash my face to the concrete and be assholes. So, and I told the nurse, I said, nurse, I will not pay the bill. I told the people that I would not pay the bill, I'm not going to pay the bill. I will tear it up, I'm not going to pay the bill when I get it. Because I cannot afford it. I said I couldn't afford it, I don't want to be here. She's like, just drink your ginger ale, sir. And she said, I tried to sleep because it was like 7 a.m. at this point, or 11, or 8 a.m. I just wanted to fucking leave and get some sleep. And they were like, if you fall asleep, sir, you're going to be here the whole day. I was like, alright, whatever. Drank my ginger ale. They let me get dressed. Before I got dressed, I wiped my fucking ass on the bed sheets because I was so mad. It was that beautiful yellow shit too. It wasn't brown. It was yellow. I got dressed. With the most fucking sour expression on my face ever. I took a cab from the fucking Upper East Side, holding my belt, fucking stumbling around, all the way to John's place. I buzzed the door. I walked in and screamed for probably 15 minutes? Screamed straight. They're like, where were you? And I pulled my sleeve down and I showed the fucking they put a fall risk on badge. It said fall risk. Like a fucking fall risk. Like a toddler.
Fall over and fucking break his face.
They said, where were you? I pulled it down and started screaming about what happened. And I still have the little suction cup marks on all my fucking chest for the little nodes they put on. And so that was my fucking night.
It feels like at some point they have to have like a code at like that time of night for drunk people that they think are going to be trouble.
Yeah.
And the cops call it in. The cops call it into the EMT like, hey, we got a 347, which is like asshole.
Yeah.
Then everyone from the fucking door of the building to the bed in the hospital, everyone's just gonna treat you like you're a crazy asshole.
But here's the other thing too about the guy in the back of I almost forgot the guy in the back of the ambulance. When I was like, what's your fucking name? He's like, keep this up and I'll put you in the psych ward. I was like, dude, I fucking dare you. You're such a pussy. Fucking, I'm not a tough guy. I'm seriously not trying to tell this in like retrospect like it was tough. But I know if he did anything, he's a professional. He can get fired. I'm self-employed. Who the fuck is gonna fire me? I can say whatever I want, you know? And that sounds weird, but I mean, in this context. So I was like, fucking do it. Throw me in the psych ward for 2 weeks. I dare you. On what ground? That you're gonna bash my face in? Go ahead. So he was a huge asshole. He looked like the gay dad from American Beauty. the big military guy who like beats on his son. He had that kind of like haircut and face. He was a big sour asshole.
Like, did you end up getting a bill?
Whenever they gave me, I ripped it up. I haven't gotten the bill yet. I told them if they really want to pay the bill,
it might take like a month.
I'll take it up to.
But wait a minute, did they ever get your address?
I don't think so.
Right, because they technically didn't even believe that
if they bill me for whatever it is, I will take it up to
They
the state.
can't. They didn't even believe you lived here.
Yeah.
Why would they even
Did
get
they
your
send it to
address?
Kansas or something?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay it.
They have no evidence of you being drunk at all.
I mean, I puked, but that was not because I was so drunk. It was because I was locked in the lobby for fucking 3 hours with no water and I didn't know what to do.
You didn't know what to do but puke?
Well, I puked because I was there for like 2 hours. I just got got tired at some point. I was like, dude, I want to go
Puke
inside.
because
You
you
couldn't
get
just walk
tired.
outside and puke on the road?
I was just sick. I was just sick. So here's what I'll say, right?
Yeah.
I was not completely innocent. I was not some pedestrian walking chewing gum.
Right.
I puked in a lobby of a building.
Yeah.
I was in the lobby for hours. I wasn't being loud. I get why the police came. That part's fine. The part that gets shitty is when they did not call my phone, which by the way they had it. John and Nikki and everyone else had my phone.
Yeah.
They took it. They took it out of my pocket.
See, this is the thing, is that it could have been resolved at any viewpoints. It's almost like they wanted to waste their time.
They wanted to go
They
me.
wanted something to do.
I think so.
They were bored and they were like, we got 8 hours to kill today.
Go fuck with
But I
yourself.
I just feel like I should clarify that like I'm not this like fuck the pigs guy.
I'm not either.
No.
I'm not like, I respect the state, I respect the police doing their job,
Yeah.
I was drunk, but the way the EMT or whatever the guy in the ambulance was, I'm not sure. That's why I don't believe he was an EMT. There's no way that guy was a fucking like health professional if he threatened to bash my face
So
in.
there was no one else. Usually they have more than one person in the back.
It was just one guy.
Yeah.
So
Also, with most ambulance trips like that, as soon as you get in the back, the very first thing they're doing is taking your temperature and
They do any of that.
And
I
they
never
check
had
your
IV.
blood pressure, and especially if you've been puking or if you look sick, they will have water as well.
they just wanted to get me to the hospital to
Yeah.
get my ticket bill me. So I was really drunk at the beginning of the night, but
It sounds like a fucking scam.
Yeah.
It-
sounds like
I
the
was
whole thing.
really-
Some fake
I was-
cops got you into a fake ambulance to take you to some fake hospital where they fucking. You should check. You should check if you got all your parts, buddy. They were
Yeah.
probably hoping you were gonna pass out so they could take some.
I made sure I had
fucking
everything.
kidneys
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
made sure I had everything. I even asked. They put my wallet in my jacket pocket. I was like, "Where the fuck's my
You
wallet?"
meant
Like,
they took your kidney or something.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I mean.
well, but it was just fucked up, and like I don't know, I was laying in bed so fucking mad, watching TV, just watching some shitty soap opera on mute, and they brought me fucking Raisin Bran, and I was like, I don't want fucking Raisin Bran, I want to go home and eat the Raisin Bran. You're lucky you have this.
I get really scared of like scammy places because like it's not like you have to be dumb to fall for a scam. Like in Thailand, there's a scam where you can rent a car or a bike, and then they'll have someone from that building that works there follow you and then
Rob
like
you?
no, and like key your car. So when you bring it back, you got to pay for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
I know
city
in New
is
York during Halloween. There's a lot of stories about like back when I was in college. There were some stories about like guys dressed as firemen who'd come to like Halloween. Like they'd be going around knocking on doors, and because a lot of people have Halloween parties, so they're not home. But then, there's people running around in costume, all that kind of stuff. But if you open the door and you were like a single female and you weren't at a party or whatever, they come in and say that there was like a smoke thing or a gas thing, and they come into the apartment and they look around because they come in as a duo of guys. And they come in, look around the apartment, and if they notice that there was nobody to, if there's no witnesses or no roommates or whatever, stuff happens.
Jesus, dude.
That's scary.
This is the first city I've really been where I haven't been scammed a lot here. I've never been scammed here, but I've run into a lot more. There's, I can't really smoke that much in this building, but I tried to get cigars like a few weeks ago, and there's not a lot of places in the area. But I found this one place on my phone that said they sold them, and I went to this place. And it was this little skinny, frail Indian man, and I was like, "You guys have cigars?" He was like, "Yes, come back here. I take you." And he was like, "This one," and it, like regularly like a $7 cigar. I was like, "How much for this one?" Or no, it was like $6. So I was like, "Yeah, I'll have two, whatever."
Yeah.
He was like, "Okay, I give you 4 for good deal." I was like, "No, just 2. He's like, "Fine, I give you a good deal." I was like, "Oh, it's fine. What's the total?" $70. And I was like, "No."
Wow!
And I said, "How much are those?" He said, $20 each. Like the math was that 4 of them should have been
80. So
80.
he's giving you $10
He said he was
discount.
giving me a discount, and I was like, "No." I was like, "I just asked for 2." He's like, "Okay, 3." I was like, "You know what? How about none?" And I was like, I'm normally a nice person. I never had to like be that mean to somebody. But I was like, I said, I'm done. Fuck you. I'm not buying you from you. He begged me. He said, "No, come back. And he left. That was the first time I've ever had to really deal with somebody scamming me to my
fucking
face.
stupid.
Then he fucking threw him at you
That
for
reminds
free.
me-
It was a few blocks
It
away.
reminds me of the time I went to a Renaissance fair with Aaron and Susie in LA, and I went into a store and I saw this like kind of Indiana Jones looking hat that I thought looked really cool. And I was like, "Can I get this?" And he started like doing the medieval haggling, and he was like, "Oh, I'll bring it down from like 70 to blah blah blah." And I was just like, "No, I've only got like $20 to spare. Sorry." And he's just like, "Oh, 20? How about 30? And I was like, "No, I've only got 20. Sorry." And then he brought it all the way down to like $21, and I was just like, "Okay, 21." And I went to go borrow $1 for somebody. When I got back, I was like, "There's $21." It's like, "You took too long. Now it's 25." And I was just like, "Fuck you."
Oh my god.
Asshole.
I got like super mad. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot," and I like left. And then during the day, I saw him again. I was like, "There's that fucking cunt who was being an asshole." And he's like, "Fuck you." It was the funniest shit. It's so dumb.
Who wants to do that?
Yeah, it's like, dude,
you
like,
wanna be known as
like
that
I get
guy?
you're doing your bit, but fuck you.
Like, yeah, you want to be that? Or
Take it so far.
you
Don't
want to be
fucking.
known as the fucking like Indian cigar swindler? Like,
It was fun though.
at least you didn't like walk in the back and then they pull a trap door and you fall into
Seriously.
a place where pirates come and take over the
And a
ship.
big real dragon walks
Fucking
in,
pull me
burns you
apart.
alive.
We try to Shanghai me?
We gotta fucking shoot his little Indian brothers can pull me apart in the bottom of the fucking
It
cellar.
was actually the opposite happened to us when we went on a school tour in Paris. We were under the Eiffel Tower and there was all these guys selling little laser pointers. He's like, "Yeah, man, they're like 25, euros or whatever." We're like, "How about €1?" And he was like, "No, man, fuck you." And he started walking away. We just stood there, not saying anything. He got like 20 yards. He just stopped and then came out. He's like, "Okay." It was so funny. It's like we could like robbed him. It's so desperate.
It's
bro.
sad.
You got like robbed by a bunch of like 16-year-old Irish cunts.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like in China, a lot of things could be sold for cents, but because they think like all white people are rich, they're gonna go for like they start super duper high. But if you haggle with them, if you can speak Chinese at all, then you can haggle them down, and it literally starts at like $30, and you walk away for 25 cents.
Wow.
But it's interesting that they would even charge.
What are they
that
selling
initially.
specifically that would go down?
It would be like communist paraphernalia, posters of Mao.
Oh, that's cool.
Stuff like that. So it's almost like I have $20 and I am in China, and this really is an authentic picture from like a Chinese newspaper of Mao. $20, I could do it.
It's probably what you get on eBay or something, right?
But it's the fact that they probably have thousands of them. So if you can haggle them, they're just like, "Look, I'll take 5 of them for $1." And they're like, "Okay." Because that's more money than they're gonna fucking make in a week anyway.
Just find them in the dumpster.
But
anyway.
anytime they see, you just imagine that markup. Anytime they have one tourist, it's like their fucking lottery. You know what I mean? Like that's their month.
It's like you cartoonishly think that all these places they have like a switch they can pull where the number like the
Oh, yeah.
flip back to like the higher price.
Yeah.
You see those in like shows and stuff. Sorry, I don't know, like you were saying that, but I want to like talk about the whole Shanghai thing.
Yeah.
Where have you ever seen like demos of like little kids and stuff with their parents down watching that stuff? Where they like explain like the people fall here, and you see like little kids' reactions to like fucking these like dummy bodies slamming down and like the fucking like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what?
Shanghai and then falling off a thing?
There's like like tours of people that are walking with their like kids and their parents.
Yeah.
And they like show what happens where they like show a body falling.
Yeah.
It's like the same reaction to like when you fucking like scare a little baby. They jolt back and start laughing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing happens to like little kids. That's what I wanted
Who's
to talk
falling?
about.
Why are they falling?
To demonstrate what happens when you get a drunk person to fall through a trap fucking door.
What does this have to do with Shanghai?
That's what Shanghai is.
What? The fuck?
No.
They get people drunk and they go near a fucking trap door where they fall and get taken aboard a ship for no pay.
Yes, okay, Shanghai is when is a lot of times they'll get you drunk, steal you, and make you like a slave labor on a boat
Yes, but
somewhere.
some places have trap doors where people would fall.
And they have walking tours where they can scare their kids with bodies
Yes!
flying trap doors.
Kids don't expect it. They're like, and here's where a trap door, and then they show like a fucking dead body
Corey,
fall.
this is like a new like pinnacle of stupid for you.
What do you mean?
No,
I've heard of this.
I think
It's real.
It's not that. It's the connections that are being made. It's like connect the dots. Literally, we just skip 8 dots just right across.
Corey's
I love it.
Corey's mind looks like the fucking the window from A Beautiful Mind right now. Just a huge fucking equation.
Corey's mind is like you have an entire map. But it's like when they show you
I
the
know what I'm
wormhole.
saying.
No, it's
I
like
know
the
what I'm
wormhole.
I don't mean
theory.
yours, Stu, but I mean the idea itself.
concept.
Where they fold the paper and then push the pen through the paper, and they're like, see, as far as there's like 2 ideas on opposite sides of the universe, you just fold the universe in half, and boom, those ideas are now one.
I have a very specific thing I see when I see it in my
I
head.
can tell.
World play
But when it's
checkers.
in my head, I
It's
want
more
to
so
tell you.
genius, but it's
Yes.
just it's such a crazy idea.
So wait, where would this occur? What's the city, a
Chef,
place,
you
a
look
bar, a
bewildered.
location?
You're
I
right.
am.
Okay,
That's
in
where it
Europe,
was popular
is this
in
like a
Europe.
ghost tour? Is this a pirate tour? Is
It's
this a
it's a tour of like old times, like
Old-timey
bars where
tale,
they
okay.
explain,
Are we still
like,
talking
there's
about
more to the
reality?
bar.
Yes.
Is this actually real?
Yes.
This is real. They
This
would
is
there would
always
be
real.
like seductive women who would come and get people drunk.
That's
and make them
actually what-
stand in a corner and they would fall and like they wouldn't break their legs, but there'd be people down there to shackle them and keep them
Sorry,
there
this is so crazy.
till the
Yes.
pirates come and take
So,
them aboard.
You want to talk about crazy? I went to the fucking, what was it, the Tower of London. That shit was fucking crazy. They're fucking like shoving people in holes and...
Put you in a big pizza box.
Yeah, and there was the glass rod up your dick hole and then smashing it. And
Aye,
all sorts of
aye,
weird
aye.
shit that they did.
None of that.
People are fucking gross.
But see, I'm right.
I'm sorry. Corey, it just sounded so dumb the way you said it.
Have you ever seen
said
someone
it.
fall on a trapdoor and lay on a hay?
I thought you were describing the fucking plot of that one musical, Sweeney Todd.
The way you said it was like, there's pirate ships where they put you on it and they'll make you fall through and get Shanghai as a tourist attraction for children.
I never said that.
That's what I heard.
I said they would put you on the ship from falling through a trapdoor.
That's why it sounded so crazy to me.
There's like fucking amusement park attractions on
That's
a
what
fucking
It sounded like a fucking fever
I
dream.
literally, this is my idea of what you said. I thought you said that people get led away from like civilization onto a ship where they
Yes.
fall through a trapdoor,
No, that's-
and then there's like a kid in front of glass looking through. Like,
nonsense.
And
The parents are like pointing at that going, that could be you.
This is at like fucking European bars in the 40s and 30s. Not
maybe my brain turned off for like 1 second and I just missed out.
that
on what
would
was-
be the think of being a pirate in that situation. Falling into a glass space and kids fucking poking.
No wonder the fuck they all have peg legs. They're being dropped in through fucking trap
slapping
doors.
on the glass. Yeah.
Like fucking chips.
I thought Shanghai was just a general term for getting like scammed.
It's for getting kidnapped.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
They're like the Steve Brule episode where he's like, give me 2 6s, what are you trying to Shanghai me? It doesn't make any fucking sense. This will never leave my head forever.
I think it's been domesticated and watered down to being scammed.
To
but
be
initially-
fucked over, yeah.
Yeah, but it was initially because that is kind of fucking over somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, just a little
You know,
Yeah.
getting them drunk,
Capture them
fucking
for
throwing
life.
them down a trapdoor, making kids watch them, and then fucking carting them off on their ship. That kind of sucks. That's kind of a scam.
Jesus.
Zach, it was so great to see you again. It's been a while.
It's great to be back.
You should come down. You should come down and hang
will.
out. Are you coming down for Pico Day?
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
we
Oh,
please
great.
record? Are you gonna be down for a little bit?
I'll probably stay for a couple days.
You
Yeah,
guys both
I'll
gonna
go-
come, or are you gonna have Nikki too come down?
Yeah.
Staying at our house.
Sweet. So you guys are gonna be around for a while. We're gonna record a couple of podcasts.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We should grab some guests too.
I was gonna say.
Harry.
Harry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be great. But that's in a while. We're gonna have.
We're gonna do a lot more before
podcasts
then. Yeah, this is not a rare event.
Before we wrap up today, though, I was curious. One of our favorite things, Zach, that you bring to the table, that fans are
God.
always watering at the mouth for, touching themselves.
Holy fuck.
They're always waiting for one of Zach's hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah.
My brain's
One of Zach's famous.
my brain's a little bit tired, but I'll try to.
I want you to.
God damn it! God damn it! God!
What are the fucking odds?
That was literally God fucking guiding his finger under my bottle. How the fuck did that happen?
Okay, for all the viewers, Zach just accidentally threw something into his coffee.
No, that's not what happened. I took a bottle cap and threw it at the table. It bounced off
You
of the fucking
ricocheted
water
it.
bottle and into my coffee. That is a 1 in a billion chance.
Not really.
Oh God, fuck
Look,
it.
it's inconvenient. It's not like you fucking threw a bottle cap and cut Corey's head off with a propeller.
It's my asshole
Bad.
though.
No. Okay,
It's kept my asshole off so the
pretty
turds
bad.
wouldn't fall out.
Zach, do a hypothetical.
Okay, let me drink this coffee really
Here's a good
fast.
hypothetical.
Okay.
Would you rather have Zach do a hypothetical or Corey do a hypothetical?
Oh man.
My hypotheticals are just nonsense and dreary.
Okay. I'd
Did
rather-
you just say? Wait, hold on.
Corey,
Hold on.
no, we
What
didn't.
was that second last word?
Dreary.
Nonsense and dreary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the two words I
Right.
would use to describe Corey's mind. This fucking.
Nonsense and dreary.
I
It
like
sounds
to,
like a really bad English pub.
I like to imagine Corey's
That's
mind is a
actually
fucking desolate wasteland of screams and howls. Just with little.
All right, here's a topic. Trump becomes president.
Corey, would you rather?
No, I'm running against Trump. As
No, Corey, here's a good hypothetical. Corey.
Okay.
You're sitting there on your computer, sitting there laughing, watching some great, funny Slenderman, Slenderbra videos. Just laughing it up, having a good time. You're watching Enderbra meets Sonic the XD Hog. Alright? And you're having a gay old time, right?
Yeah, I'm shaking. Yeah.
Corey, Sonic comes in behind you. He starts massaging your shoulders and kissing your neck. Corey, you like my videos? Corey, I've noticed you haven't been watching my stuff as much. I noticed you've been watching more Tails videos. Corey, does Tails the Hedgehog's... Does Tails.exe... My brain is nothing right now. My brain is liquid.
Do it over again.
I know you're basing that Sonic kissing off that picture you shared.
Was that the Sonic and Mario makeout scene?
It looked like Muppets.
It's what's in my head right now.
It's like direct, like Color pencil porn.
There was like 5 or 6 frames of just the back of Mario's shirt.
The
It was so awkward.
one frame where his mouth is like, Nick is the funniest shit ever. He's got like a big fucking like big upper lip.
I like the slam on the bed.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the fucking
bed
play of the
slam.
bed shake.
Was that rotoscope?
I don't know. It was
Yes.
I think it had to be rotoscope. The way it was done.
It was drawn. It was definitely drawn because the way the back didn't move. It was like moved so realistically.
the dedication to doing that frame by frame like on paper with crayons is fucking beautiful.
I would just laugh.
That must take an hour.
They hold a paper up to a porno and just fucking color it was.
Okay, Corey, I got one.
Oh.
Corey, you're at a party. You're going through like a fucking ape, like that. Like all the stars are there. You got Justine. You got Freddie W. You got Fred. He walks over to you. And get the fuck out of here and talk to you. You feel a tap on your shoulder. You see Rob Schneider pulling his pockets inside out. He's like, Corey, could you please spare $1? I want to fund season 2 of Real Rob. And Corey, guess what? You can be my hot New Mexican wife. I can show you hot little pussy in it. Corey, every episode, your hot little fucking pussy can be flashed for at least 5 frames. Will you do it?
Will I do it? Will I star in a Rob Schneider?
If you give me money, Corey, you could be the star of Rob
Because
Schneider.
you get credit, you get exposure.
You get exposure.
You get that Schneider exposure.
Be the voice of Norman of the North.
Corey, you can be Norman Norman. Corey,
That's Rob Schneider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Corey,
God.
Corey, keep this under wraps. You know, I know Adam Sandler, no big deal, but let me tell you something. Norman of the North 2 and Real Rob are having a crossover, and I want you to be the voice of You Can Do It guy. But you have to right now give me an audition of a perfect You Can Do It right now, or else. But if you don't do it right, you're not going to be in the Norman of the North Real Rob crossover.
Hypothetically, this situation only leads me
Hey,
to say
sir,
one thing.
so can we shut your fucking mouth and just do the damn funny line that I thought of, by the way?
You can do it.
So you can do it. I do it better than you, obviously, but I'll let you try. I'm tied up with all this other stuff I'm doing. I'm tied up with my wife's hot little fucking underage pussy. She's legal in Mexico, Corey, so stop asking.
Hey, I got a question.
I'm
Sorry.
trying to think of like the situation I would do. I'd probably, first of all, I would laugh because I'd be wasted.
You'd be like, Corey, do you really think Deuce Bingo 2 is that funny? Damn, if you want a psychopath so bad, I'll give it to you. I guess I have one right here you can have.
I'd be like, listen, I thought you were funny in Hot Chick.
Corey,
I thought you were
I'm
okay in The Animal. I thought Deuce Bigelow 2 sucked the big one.
Hey, Corey, how dare you say that?
And I would also say like Norm of the North is a fucking bore and a half.
Do you think he's one of those guys? If you walked up to him and you told him,
I'd be
you're
like, it sucks. I didn't think the funny.
no.
part was
If
good.
you had a conversation with Rob Schneider and you were like, and he was like, no, I really want to know what you think of my movies, and you said Deuce Bigelow, yeah, man, I thought it kind of sucked.
I would
dude.
do this.
Do you think he's the kind of person to be like, oh yeah, do you know how much money it made?
No,
he did that. He
Do you
did
know
that
what
in
I would
interview.
do?
Oh.
Do you know what I would do?
He did that.
I would. If he asked me what I thought of his movie, I would burp in his face.
Corey, here's the
That is literally though the scene from Extras when he had Ben Stiller on
Yeah.
the set, and it was like, did you see fucking Scarsy and Hutch or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it was? And he started talking about how he made out with Cameron Diaz. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's a human cartoon.
Yeah, Rob Schneider, he really is. What type of Rob Schneider interview you're doing? Like,
Or I'd probably
Corey,
just.
Corey, I got a different one.
Wait, what?
This one's for you, Chris. Same scenario, basically. Rob Schneider walks up to you, fucking pushes you. Turn around, pussy, face your fears. What's wrong?
I'd be
Heard
like,
you've been stinking up math class, little pussy bitch.
like, Rob.
By the way, hey, shut up. Shut your fucking mouth, you little bitch. You call those titties? And you wanna know something else? Yeah, I made Norman of the North.
I grab him by the throat.
It grossed $5 million on
I grab
a
him by
$50
the
million
throat and
budget.
lift him off the floor because he's like 5'0".
Yeah.
You just pick him up by his head.
Pick him up by his weird
His
like
legs,
owl
his
head.
legs would be running in midair.
Just like running.
He's got that like wispy owl hair, so you can like grab him by that. And then
He's got like Crypt Keeper hair. I feel like you could pull his like decaying face off. Reveal the fucking robot underneath.
Rob
Like that guy from Men in Black.
He's literally just
Yeah, he's
like to me.
He's got a little Mexican alien living inside his brain.
He's not.
Orion's belt.
He's not worth the conversation. He's just like he's.
Do that
he's
fucking
not.
Rob
He's
Schneider.
not cool in either like a good or a bad way. He's so.
Hold on!
I would set him
Did
up.
you see Norm of the
He
North?
is like 100%.
At the end of Norm of the North, when they say global warming's not real, Norm
set him up.
says, you can do it!
No,
No, he doesn't.
You can
no,
do
he
it!
doesn't.
He
No,
says
he
it.
doesn't.
No.
Norm of the North, the polar bear,
They
turns to
did
the camera
not
and
say
says-
that in the movie.
They did.
They did not.
No, they did not.
At the end of Norm of the North, he says, you can do it!
No.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
no, that didn't happen.
That did happen.
No, it didn't. I'm talking about the global warming thing.
He says, global warming's real, but you know something? You can end it if you can do it. Buy my DVD.
Is he like anti-vax or no? Is that
Yeah,
him?
Yeah, he's like
vaccines
anti-vaccination.
make you autistic.
Fucking
That's what,
idiot.
that's what I was about to say.
He's like, hey, guys.
I'd be like, the only way I would do that is if my character could be a living vaccination. So I would be like, and he'd be like, but no, that causes autism. I can't spread the.
There's a
that
weird
kind
part
of stuff."
halfway through the movie where Norm of the North gets a vaccine and he turns autistic. It's really fucked up. And Rob Schneider walks on screen, he's like,
Kevin's
black and
face.
white, he's like, listen, you will get autism if you vaccinate your kids.
Like, if you're making a show about yourself and you're painting yourself in such a great light, like you've clearly lost all humanity at that point.
He's not a human being
He's
anymore.
just like a fucking like robot.
And that's why it's like the real Rob. It's like the real Rob.
It's more like
fucking
reptile
vaccines
than-
give you autism, so it's like who cares?
So
Whatever the
what
real
you're
Rob
saying
is.
is the fact that he's anti-vac and clearly has autism proves that his point is wrong.
No, his point proves he's right. He didn't get vaccines. He
It
was
proves that
autistic.
North was a waste of time.
No, but that's what he's against.
Oh, is
he
it-
thinks
is this
he
like a
thinks
revenge
vaccinations.
vac?
He thinks they give you autism.
You know, when
Yeah.
people are like, I took my 5-year-old baby to get, she was fine. I took her to get a vaccine. She got autism. Maybe that's what happened to Rob Schneider like 15 years ago.
Oh, you
Maybe
think
they just told
you
him.
think that?
He
Oh,
got like a flu vaccine. He just became autistic.
Yeah. Every vaccine.
The
got
doctor was
more
like, that'll be
autistic.
$1,000. He was like, they're like, guys, what's wrong? You're
not what
autistic.
autistic people do.
Rob Schneider, what's wrong? You autistic, you little bitch? Yeah, that
like,
vaccine was one full dose of autism. You fell for it.
No, it's because Adam Sandler convinced him
No,
to go
it's
get
because-
a fucking vaccination
it's
back in the
because
day, and then he turned autistic, and Adam Sandler's been trying to make up for his mistakes ever since by putting
No,
him in
it's
his
because
movies.
he went to a fucking Mexican vaccination store. They just like filled it with sand and rocks.
He filled it with fucking
You
gravel.
know what?
Yeah, they just put gravel in it and fucking injected
The word autism.
the
The word autism lost all meaning.
blood clot.
It doesn't mean what like people say it means anymore.
I imagine
generic
Rob probably
insult.
thinks.
Yeah, it's really like
true.
doesn't it just mean
Yeah.
that you can't read social cues and is that it or
Pretty much.
From what I understand, it's like visually like
I
a,
imagine-
There are levels of it
I was
though,
gonna say,
which kind of
nuanced
makes me
autism.
feel like everyone is autistic
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about social cues,
Yeah.
because there's plenty of situations.
I think it's social cues and like emotional, like sympathy, like levels
Right.
of sympathy, levels of like understanding, basically. So
Levels
it's like
of obsession.
if you see like a dead dog and you're like you still understand,
Yeah,
you're
but,
not like
yeah.
a sociopath or like a
99.9% of the time on the internet when you see the word autistic, they're not meaning it in that way.
You're just saying you're stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stupid.
Or,
It's
like,
just an easier insult.
But it's interesting because in some ways, if you want to talk about like, oh, you can't read social cues or whatever, it's like if I don't like somebody, it's rare, but if I don't like somebody and I see them getting upset on film or something, I literally will just deadpan it. My heart, it's just like fucking static, going into my
Yeah.
head.
Well, I
if
think-
you were to gauge me at that moment, you'd be like, you have a problem. You are watching somebody confess their greatest fears and showcase their heart, and you do not give a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I
But
think,
it's like-
I think it's like on different levels. Like a lot of people who watch My Little Pony are like, I like it because people who are autistic.
Those
They say they
pretty
like it
colors
because
and really good animation.
no, but they also say they like learn morals. Like I didn't realize you weren't supposed
They
to
don't
beat up on
just-
your mom.
They don't just learn morals; they learn like social cues.
That's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
true, too.
It's like when you spit on your friend, they might not like you anymore. It's like, oh,
Yeah, that's true, but it's like also like spitting out the same stuff we've heard for years from like VeggieTales and shit, like
Yeah.
to share and be
Yeah.
kind to your neighbors. It's like they taught me this, I learned this. It's like why? Because the colors are more pretty. It's
The word like autistic replaced the word retard, kind of.
yeah.
Kind
pretty
of,
much,
yeah.
yeah.
Or idiot.
It's diluted into that.
Fool.
Autistic has got its following. For
It's
this
got a
year.
really good ring to it.
Yeah.
It's like that's why it's an insult.
also
There's
mean.
different
Yeah,
ways
it
you can
is
say
mean.
it. You can say you have autism. You're an autist.
like
you're
the
autistic.
word "fuck" is like stabbing, and
Yeah.
autistic is
Yeah.
like
It's hard. You
burns.
fucking autistic retard.
Yeah.
Asperger's is gonna set anybody off. But calling someone
Asperger's doesn't
autistic-
sound like an insult.
It doesn't.
You Asperger.
If you call someone a
You're
spur
an
though,
Asperger.
That sounds
What?
that sounds like more like you're a wiener. It's got that ring to it.
before spurge or spurg, whatever.
That doesn't sound like an insult to me.
Is that the
Fucking
short for
spurg.
Asperger?
Yeah, you
If you put
spurg.
fucking spur, you have a little bit of a stab to it. It's like
Fucking
when you,
spurg.
Berg.
It's like I said when you say LSD, you fucking LD.
What?
It's like learning disability.
Oh,
But if you say you're a fucking LD,
That fucking new
has to be
POC, you POC. That sounds like such an insult. Like
piece of
Fucking
crap.
it
person of
sounds
color.
worse than
Oh, oh,
sounds worse than
that's what that is.
N-word.
You fucking pock.
So they got POC and POS? POS?
What's
Cis
POS?
sounds
Piece of
like
shit.
Oh yeah.
sissy.
Yeah, cis. Why would you want to have that? It's fucking cis. That sounds like cis. Like that fucking disgusting
Cis.
pulsation thing on your
Well,
neck.
everyone who's
I think
cis
they got.
is-
I think they got sick of everyone being like, "You're gay," and they're like, "We need a word that sounds mean too." You cis. This
Yeah.
just sounds. Oh, okay, that's fair.
I like using the word dunce. For
You
people in
fucking-
general.
fucking
Idiots,
dunce.
you fucking
See, I feel like
dunce.
bringing back old words.
I like-
I think like that works really well.
I like buffoon.
I like-
calling somebody a fucking buffoon.
Yeah. See, that's another oldie.
Trump to me,
And coming back.
Trump to me is a fucking buffoon.
See,
That's how I see it.
and I think-
because he's not so much that he's just like this like big hulking
Yeah.
idiot. He's just so to say he's a buffoon.
I like
He says he's
moron.
There's the word. Yeah, see these words, the old ones, I think are coming back because
I like dolt.
an idiot.
Dolt.
Yeah,
Dolt.
dude,
Fucking
idiot,
dolt.
dude, you idiot.
I love dolt too.
Or
It's
Get.
got such good
I-
like
I've always said, like,
you know, it's just like boom, boom, boom.
I've always said, like, if somebody calls you a fucking retard, they're almost always joking, but if someone's mad at you, they'll call you a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking
it also
stupid.
all depends on how you say it. It's
Well, like, you fucking retard.
It's like, you're a bitch. It's like, no, you fucking bitch. It's like, oh.
My point is, like, the word retard, it's just like, you're fucking retard. It's like, okay, you have,
fucking
but you're
retard.
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Idiot, I think is a great
That's a
concept.
real one. That,
Yeah, that's
you don't fuck around with
You're not
yourself.
kidding anymore when you tell your friend you are an idiot.
My mom
Like,
used
you
to-
really fucked up, dude.
My mom used to hate the word imbecile, but if you can use it right, like, you're a fucking
You're
imbecile.
an imbecile.
Yeah.
You know, I think if I
That
used it
has,
to a
like,
friend, no, if you were
gravitas
gonna whip it out with a friend,
You would
I think you
mean it.
meant it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be nearly as impactful, but I do think you would mean
Yeah.
it.
You would have to mean it saying a word like that. It's
Yeah.
just like, you fucking
too much effort.
The other one
imbecile.
is, and it's a stupid one, but I personally like saying it, is if somebody really pisses me off, especially if they're an adult who prides themselves on being a fucking adult, I call them a child.
Yes!
That's
I'm like,
child.
you are a fucking child.
I
You
say that all
say
the
that to a
time.
55-year-old grown man who's really fucked with
Yeah, you're a
you, and
child.
you feel like a champ
Yeah.
because you just watch them. They just start quivering. They're like, you what? You know, especially if they have children
I
of their
say that too,
own,
yeah.
and they can't grasp
crumble.
that.
I say
Yeah.
that too. I say
Freak is good.
If you're like an adult long enough, you feel like an adult, but
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but you're a freak.
If somebody just broke you down. Just,
I feel like most people when they're like 17, like I don't think you can be a 70-year-old fucking child, really.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
there are people who just are immature their whole lives, and there are people who are mature when they're like 13.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you're mature for your age. That person's probably gonna be like a fucking professor or something.
Sure.
But there's people like who are like 60 years old. They just never fucking got anywhere mentally.
Disappointing retard.
Papa!
You child.
I think freaks is a good one. You fucking that's a
Yeah,
funny
freak.
one. I think it's
yeah,
more
that's
funny
not
than-
I don't think you could ever. God, you're a freak. Even if I was really serious, God, you are a freak.
It's not even in that
It does
same
never. It
sense.
never
It's
doesn't
funny.
have
It's
any.
in the sense where
sounds
you're
sexual.
actually-
Yeah.
Oh, you are a freak.
Like, it doesn't matter how angry you say it. It still sounds like it doesn't really sound like you're like I don't want to talk to you anymore. It just sounds like wow, whatever it is.
Or
you
like
do is
you
weird.
are a failure.
Stupid doesn't,
Failure.
Stupid doesn't have any like punch to it.
You're stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, stupid.
You're
When I
stupid.
hear stupid,
You're
I think
dumb.
I think you sound stupid when you say
Yeah, no, the word
Like-
itself stupid.
Like, wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
stupid.
yeah.
Gay just sounds neutral to me. It's like
It does.
you're gay.
Yeah, gay is more like someone that's like, well, that's gay.
Yeah.
It's
Of
like,
course,
that's
it
gay.
does depend on on the tone. If it's like, what's the matter? You're fucking stupid. Like that's
I guess,
very
yeah.
insulting.
You're fucking stupid.
If you
If it's
fucking
questioning,
If
it
you
makes
say
sense.
it like,
Yeah.
what, you fucking stupid? But
I
it's
think
like,
stupid only works if you're questioning, but if
Yeah.
you're accusing someone of being stupid, it doesn't work. You're stupid.
you're
It's like,
stupid.
What are you fucking dumb? What are you stupid?
Yeah.
Dumb
Yeah.
works.
It's like
even
you're
better.
asking them, they're like, I don't know, am I?
Dumb's a good one too. Calling
Dumb.
someone like you're
Fucking
fucking
ape.
dumb. Yeah, like you can have like a heavy period because it's just like you're fucking dumb. It's just
Yeah.
that's it. You're
Period.
Goon's a
Yeah.
good one too, you fucking goon.
dumb. Goon is fine.
Gona's on the same level as Wiener.
I
to me.
feel like, but sometimes you almost have to specify in order to make it really real. So, like, if you ever throw the word "are you actually,"
Yeah.
I feel like that automatically. It doesn't matter what you say after that. It's already going to be an
It's
insult.
serious.
Are you actually an idiot?
Did you say?
Are you actually a buffoon?
This feels
say
real,
moron?
Nick. This
I
is
like-
hurting my this is hurting my heart, Nick.
Did we say moron? 'Cause
Yeah.
I love saying
Yeah, are you
moron.
actually
Fucking
a moron? Like, are
Moron.
you actually a moron? Like, as soon as
Tell
you
me, I want to know.
Yeah.
No matter
I
what,
really need to know, 'cause
hearing
we're
the
not
word-
kidding anymore.
Hearing the word moron just always has just
Moron.
like yeah, just being called a moron. It's
Basic.
It's too much like Mormon, and it just,
you know what?
it doesn't-
That's all base.
Yeah, it's like moron. It's just like
Moron.
there's no bite to it.
Yeah,
to me.
it's just really.
There's no, like-
It's really mean. It's direct, and you're like, you're a moron.
Moron.
It's like, yeah, you fucking dolt.
You're saying like something.
Adult. That's a good one.
That's what he said, dolt.
Dolt.
Oh, fucking Susie! Her favorite word is
Sniveling Jew?
No, I thought it was racist, but she assured me it wasn't. It begins with a P.
Yeah. Rapist.
If you add a line to that, oh, P, yeah, maybe. But wait, oh shit, no, it was
Prick.
prick is good.
Prick is good.
Prick.
Prick.
You prick.
That's what you call like your fucking uncle or
my
something.
friend Helmet, his mom always says, "You little prick."
I called my dad a prick once, and you don't call your dad a
No,
I was gonna say that's like something you call your dad if you're really mad at him.
Fuck
Your
yeah,
uncle.
prick.
That's something you call like an adult. Or
I called my mom a bitch once, and I said it under my breath.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Up from across the room.
You are
and
fucking grounded,
No,
dude.
I felt bad
No
after
more-
I said it because she didn't say anything back,
Oh.
and she heard it, and she just went into her room, and I went upstairs, and I was like, yeah, and about 10 minutes later, I was like,
I should have done that. Listen,
I
Nick,
had to like
no more.
go
No,
downstairs.
I flipped my mom off
No, go
after
get
she
for a
got done
fucking
yelling at
week.
me. I flipped her off and my stepdad saw me, so I had to think fast and I pretended like I hurt my finger.
he fucking knew, Cole. You didn't pull any
I was clearly doing this and I was like,
Ow, I spent my finger flipping you up! You bitch!
it's like like saying. I mean, I say faggot sometimes just because it's like it comes out when I'm like.
It's really demeaning.
But when you call someone a faggot, it's almost just like playful.
Yeah.
But when I call someone like, I usually say like, you're a fucking idiot.
My friend Jack has a really good insult. It makes you feel really dumb when he calls you it. It's like, you fucking ham.
That's
What did you used to call Niall? A dumpling?
That's a fucking insult.
You used to imagine some fucking frowning fat guy, just some frowning fucking punchy guy.
He's a whole dumpling, and then his tits are dumpling.
That would actually be an insult. Like you were fucking.
I said that with
dumpling.
acid in my mouth. It was fucking, you fucking dumpling.
Yeah.
You're
an acid-tongued Arab.
Acid-tongued Arab.
It invokes images of just knocking shit over when you say dumpling.
You just imagine some fucking sweaty, greasy
big
guy.
clumsy fucking oaf.
Oaf is great.
Do you ever still hear people say, you fucking girl? No offense, but that's like an insult. Yeah, you fucking girl. Like it's like pussy.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking girl. Yeah, on occasion, yeah.
That's also kind of a mean insult. Like,
it is.
no offense to women, but
it's the overly macho.
Yeah.
You
But I still say faggot a lot now, though I don't mean it in like.
I mean like idiot. Like
yeah, but I also
obnoxious.
say he's a fucking homosexual, and I mean that in a way that he's he's a moron. But, and I just say it because of my childhood, like
of the stigma around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You know what? Growing up in Ireland in a fucking Catholic school, that's all kids call each other. You fucking faggot. You fucking queer. We should end this.
You're a fucking idiot. You're dumb. You're an oaf. You're a fucking dolt.
You're a fucking,
dumpling.
You're a dumpling.
I love that one.
You fucking dribbling dick.
You're an oafish dumpling. There you go.
Fucking
There you go.
Yo, you should walk up to somebody on the street and just say it to their face and fucking move
I'm gonna
away.
go up to someone on the street. I'm gonna be like, you're a fucking meaty cock.
You're a fucking big meaty cock. I would suck you bones. I'm so gay right now. I would suck you bones. I'm so fucking mad. Have a good day.
Yeah, that's an insult. Calling someone a meaty cock. It's
It's supposed to be a compliment. You can't tell.
Is
You're a
spa-
meaty fucking cock.
Is spa an American insult?
No.
That was very Irish. People would be like, you fucking spa.
If I become like, who's the guy from Back to the Future?
Doc Brown.
Old Man Doc.
Christopher Lloyd?
If I became Christopher Old Man Doc, I would go around, and that's what I would do. I'd go to people, I'd be like, you're a fucking meaty cock.
That was
a big,
good.
juicy, meaty cock.
Why did you have to wait to be him? Scare people?
Yeah.
You're a meaty cock.
Marty, your cock is so meaty.
He can do it good. Look, listen.
I can't.
Call Marty a meaty cock.
I can't do it anymore.
Doc.
It was like really vibrato.
Yeah, do it like it's like.
Doc, I'm from the year 1985.
Now I sound like a fucking Marty. Come to my deli. Have a fucking sandwich on me. You're a meaty cock, Marty.
Who's the president, future boy? Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
Marty, your cock is so meaty. Doc. Whoa. Let's all do the Back to the Future thing. 3.
Wait, you're talking about the theme, right?
Let's do the theme instead of
So
that.
it goes,
Do that.
and then you go dun. Okay, so I'll do the bass, and you go dun 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 dun. So you do that, right? So I go.
I have this self-raising cock ring.
Doc, it's heavy! Doc, the past is scary, Doc!
End it right there.
Congratulations! Are you tired of your dog? Well, you're not alone. 9 out of 10 dog owners are sick of this shit. Click here to solve all your dog problems with one weird tip that the IRS doesn't want you to know. And your penis will grow 10 inches with one pill, and your titties will get fucking huge. You'll lose all this weight. You're gonna make $1,000 a week just from working at home. Come twice in a minute. You won! Congratulations, you did it! Click here.